What's good, man? What's good? We in here, man. We in this house, man. All right, here we go, man. We up in here, man. We got nine people. We got 9 people in here. All right, let's get 8 like what's good, man. 100. Let's go and drop them things, man. We finna go ahead and talk. We gonna go ahead and go up in here, man. We finna go ahead and go up in here, man. Let's get them up, man. Let's get them up real quick, man. Come on, bro. Don't be like that, bro. Don't be so selfish, nigga. Let's get them likes up. Hey, man, I sure appreciate you, man. I sure appreciate you, man. I sure appreciate you, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, anybody who needs some of these, bro, y'all need to fuck with these, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in love with these. It's nothing extravagant, but hit the like button. Hey, real talk, man. Hit that like button, bro. It really don't cost nothing to just go ahead and just hit that like button. Hold up. Hold up real quick, y'all. Hold up. I see you. Hold up. All right, so look, boom. Last night I was going ahead and dropping the Jews on y'all about Alexis Well. All right, I dropped the Jews on y'all about Alexis Well. We did that. Yada, 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 yada. For those who was here last night, y'all let me know. For those who wasn't here last night, y'all let me know if y'all wasn't. Somebody said how you get a pill. Go on GOAT. I go on GOAT for all my shit. Instead of paying for your shoes all at one wad, I just make down payments. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just might make a $45 down payment, or sometimes a $50 or $80 payment, and then I just disconnect my card from the motherfucking account and just run off with them bitches. So you got to get that Wi-Fi, bro. Hey, Antonio, talk to me, man. Is everything good? My signal good? I got good Wi-Fi, bro. I'm on Spectrum. Hey, real talk. So last night, for those who's not here, last night whenever I went live, my nigga, they cut my live short twice, 2 times. Cut my live short twice. You know what I'm saying? And they took all my videos down. And one of my videos, it said that the owner took it down. Like the person who, like me, I took them down. Like, no, I never took down any video. What straight you get? GOAT. I get my shit from GOAT. Yeah, YouTube sensitive, bro. Hey, real talk. So I understand why people go into different platforms and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to start doing is I want to start getting people to my Instagram. So whenever I go live on Instagram, I'm able to pull motherfuckers up, get y'all opinion, have y'all on the screen, have y'all express what it is that y'all feel or what y'all think type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because I interact with y'all more than anything anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the main bloggers who actually interact with the people that's, you know what I'm saying, in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Because what y'all think and what it is that y'all believe, it really do matter, because my content is based off what y'all like anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So everything it is that y'all feel or think absolutely matters. Every time it matters. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I converse with y'all as much as I do. Because I want to know what it is that y'all thinking. You know what I'm saying? And you say, yeah, you do. A lot of people don't even respond. Real talk. Like, for example, King AK-47, he only respond to the negative messages. Only because he just looking for a reaction. He just want to find something to give him a reaction. He just want to react. You feel what I'm saying? Then you got other bloggers who pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Nah, nigga, I want to interact with everybody. You know what I'm talking about? I want to know what everybody talking about, what everybody thinking. And if I don't really understand what it is that you really expressing, then I always say, hey, say, bro, clarify that for me a little bit, and I'm going to get back to it type shit. You feel what I'm saying, nigga? I fuck with the people, though. Hey, so look, I even talked about the Young Dolph situation. I even expressed on how Young Dolph found himself in the situation that he was in and ended up getting knocked off. Got his snot box rocked, in the words of Hassan Kemba. I fuck with Hassan. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Hassan. He ain't all the way up, but I fuck with Hassan, dude. I even talked about Alexis Ware, how I feel like she just took her head off her shoulders. I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube is very much so sensitive and they just looking for a reason to just take down another video and end another beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? So I even expressed that. I even talked about how Charles White is on that. Yeah, Charles White, he on it. Real talk. He became very cocky and disrespectful. But that's him though. That's him. You know what I'm saying? I can't say anything about his channel because obviously his channel is doing a whole lot better than mine. You feel what I'm saying? But that's AK for you. That's AK. Somebody say TV turned off. Got his TV turned off. His snot box rock. What that nigga be doing? That nigga her son hell, bro. Make sure when you saying something, say allegedly. I got you. I got you. Can I say allegedly? Oh, so look, another thing too, right? So they don't take your video down. All right, so look. Do y'all feel allegedly Alexis Ware was not really involved with her family members like that? Do y'all feel that way? What it is that y'all think? Hey, what's up, family? What is that y'all think? Hey, bring me that blunt that's on the ashtray. I appreciate you. Gotta get myself right, man. Gotta get myself right here. Somebody say, yeah, salute. Maybe confiscated your information. He saw these crimes. YouTube has become a better place to speak. Very much so. A lot of people is taking their platforms to different sites because of YouTube. But going back to what it is that I'm saying, Alexis Ware and her family, they was not like that. Alexis Ware sister was sleeping with a few of her exes. Okay? So her sister wasn't rocking like that. Since Alexis Ware was in her mid to late teens, her and her mama been bumping heads. And as soon as Alexis Ware was able to gather up enough revenue to do her own thing and get herself an apartment, car, job, and etc. You know what I'm saying? Her and her mama been distancing themselves over the years only because they don't really, every time they're around each other, they constantly bumping heads. The baby father even said this. This is not nothing I'm just coming out with just out the wazoo. This is actual information that's out there for the public to view for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the fact that the baby daddy is saying that they wasn't all that close, but the whole resume of the whole thing is, look at how the mother was talking about her own daughter. Did y'all catch that? Hold on, before I say anything, before I go even further, did y'all catch that? Let me read this comment real quick. Salute chat and salute to the channel. Hey, what's up, Rich? Salute to you too. 18 people in here. We need 18 likes. Real talk. Can we not get 18 likes? What's up? If you love your mama, like this video, like the Nina boy said. If you love your mama, hey, say check this though. Hey, say check this game though. If you love your mama, nigga, hit that like button. How many of y'all love your mama, man? My mama been good to me. She ain't the world's best mother, but she been good to me. Hit that like button, goddamn. Somebody say, yeah, share this live too. Real talk. But anyway, though, so look, before I go any further, I want to ask people again that's in the conversation. Did y'all not catch the drift on how Alexis Ware mama was talking about her? Let me take this off real quick, y'all. I don't think y'all taking me serious right now. Well, I feel like I'm not being taken serious. Hey, chill. My mom is, what the fuck? Somebody said their mom is trash. Thank God I did not grow up like that, my nigga. My mama wasn't the best, but goddamn, she wasn't trash. Shit. I had a damn good father, though. I had a damn good daddy in my life, though, I'll tell you that. He said, what did the mom say? All right, so Alexis Ware ever found. All right, so look, we're finna go and get down to that right now, because I already see right now a lot of people that's in here. I ain't gonna say a lot, but some people that's in here wasn't here whenever I was first talking about her. All right, so look, boom. Alexis Ware mother The first thing that I picked up on that made me feel like that they wasn't even all that close is the fact whenever they saw Alexis wear a car going into Georgia. And you love your mama, hit that like button. My dad is a real one. If your dad is a real one, hit that like button. If your bitch is solid, hit that like button. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, though, so look, whenever Alexis Well mother saw her daughter car going into Georgia on a freeway camera, the first thing she said was, I believe that was my daughter going into Georgia, but I do not believe that was my daughter coming out of Georgia. So they asked her, do your daughter know anybody who lives in the state of Georgia? She said no. No family members, no boyfriends, no relatives, no friends, none of that. No. You sure? I'm positive. So with you being positive and believing that your daughter knows nobody in Georgia, so how sure are you to believe that was your daughter in the car going into Georgia? That was the first sign to let me know that y'all wasn't even all that close. Because as a father, a mother is a whole lot worse. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes down to mothers just got this, they just got this mother intuition that just never wrong type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now, as a father, I might not just, my father intuition might not be as strong as a mother. But what I can say is as a father, if my son or if my daughter is going into a state that I know that she knows nobody in, then I would not be able to say with confidence that that's my daughter going into this state in her car. First thing I'm going to say is I don't believe that's her in that motherfucking car. Because she knows nobody in that state. But for you to be her mother and know that she knows nobody in that state, but for you to be certain that possibly could have been her going into that state. But for turn around and say, I don't believe she came out of there, though. I think somebody else had her car. That was the first time that let me know that y'all wasn't even all that close. Y'all not even all that close, bro. So when the baby daddy said that y'all wasn't even all that close, that was the first sign that I got from the mother that tells me, yeah, y'all wasn't even all that close, bro. Y'all wasn't even all that close. The second sign that I got, my nigga, is this. Let's keep it a bean. She did not get abducted. Ain't nobody kidnapped her. This is not no sex traffic crime. None of that. So the things that she did that day that she became missing, will, my guy. She drove off on her own will. I believe it just got to the point where she just ended it all for herself. And I'm going to get to that later on because her mental state wasn't even all the way there. And again, I got evidence and proof to say the reason why I feel this way. And at the same time, the evidence that I do have is all for public information. This is nothing secret. This is not no top shelf stuff. This is nothing that I got from an individual that don't nobody else will ever get. This is something that's for the public. You feel what I'm saying? So, because I said this, it's going back to say that they wasn't even all that close. Why did Alexis Ware not drop the kids off to you? Mama is the first for everything. You find yourself in some shit, my nigga, the first person you're going to call is mama. Or some type of relative, my nigga. At no moment in a period of time did she contact anybody in her family. The first person she contacted, the only person she contacted, was both of her baby daddies. The baby daddies. Both of the baby daddies. Those were the only two people that she contacted the day that she ended up missing. So for you to only contact the two individuals that you was non-blood related to, but only possess children with, for you to only contact two relationships that failed your ass over family members, that tells me right there, when the baby daddy said that that you and your family wasn't even all that close, my nigga, that certified it right there, my nigga. They wasn't even all that close, real nigga shit. So her family is really in no position to jump in front of the cameras and tell us what it is that they think. You wasn't even rocking with your daughter like that. And the sister, you wasn't even rocking with your sister like that, only because you chose to sleep behind her anyway. Let's keep this shit a bean, my nigga. Let's keep this shit a bean. And again, nothing is that I'm saying is secret. Everything it is that I'm saying I'm producing to the people, my nigga. You can go on YouTube. You can go on Google. Nigga, you can go on Instagram, Facebook even. And you can find this information out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just with all the information that I gather up, this is what I think. Or according to what I got. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing crazy. I don't know. I don't know anything about no aunties. I don't know anything about an auntie. But look, another thing too though. We all saw that video of Alexis Ware going to a neighbor house, right? Knocking on the door. It's on the motherfucking DoorDash cam or whatever the fuck they call that shit, right? The shit is new to me. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway though, I only been home for 3 years. You feel me saying? So a lot of Netflix, all this shit still new to me. Anyway though, before I lose y'all attention. Alexis was knocked on the neighbor's door, right? The neighbors caught the shit on camera, on her little dash camera, tap camera, where the fuck, door camera, I'm calling it bit door camera. All right. If you look at how the conversation went and you pay attention to the words that was being said on how she first introduced herself, it tells me that her and her neighbor wasn't even everyday social buddies, my nigga. The first thing Alexis Ware said, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm Alexis. I stay upstairs. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of what's that she called it? She called it some type of name. Basically, she was just basically saying is, you know what I'm saying, I do witchcraft. Nigga, that was the introduction. I'm Alexis, I stay upstairs. For you to say, hey, my name is Alexis, I stay upstairs, my nigga, that tells me that this is a person that you don't talk to every day. But this same person is the same person that you just told your business to. This is the person you said that you want to run away. This is the person that you told that your baby daddy is cheating on you, whooping your ass, got another woman's pregnant. You told this stranger your business. Which is another sign that point towards that, my nigga, you wasn't fucking with your family like that, my nigga. You probably really had no real friends in your corner. How many black bitches in the world is just going to their motherfucking neighbor house and just venting like that? Black bitches got homegirls. Black bitches got homeboys. Niggas that they fucking with that other niggas probably just don't know about. Black bitches got mamas, daddies, sister, cousins, relatives. Bro, you got so many motherfuckers in your corner that you can just vent to, but you chose to vent to a motherfucking neighbor that you don't talk to like that on an everyday basis, and this same neighbor just so happened to have a goddamn camera in front of her door, and you felt comfortable enough to just to express this shit to her. That tells me, my nigga, you had nobody in your corner other than your two baby daddies, and they both was fucking around on your ass. But at the same time, before you came up missing, these are the same two individuals that you contacted. You didn't contact your mama. You didn't contact your sister. You contacted the two failed ass relationships that you was in. Only because these are the two people that you felt the closest to. Ain't nothing wrong with that, mama. But this all just tells me one thing. You're not rocking with them like that. That's all what I'm saying. Wasn't rocking with your mom and your family like that. We talking about that Alexis Ware case. Right now, we talking about her relationship with her family members. You know what I'm saying? We finna dive a little bit deeper. If you wasn't here last night, then you finna get some new shit. If you was here last night, just stand still, because you gonna hear the same shit I told you last night. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing switched. All right? So, we already distinguished that Alexis Ware and her family wasn't even all that close. She just wanted to vent to anybody. Now, what type of mental state can you be in to just want to just up and vent to anybody? And I think about this here. If I'm going through some things, I can't get in contact with my best friend. I don't rock with my mama like that. I don't rock with my sister like that. So I'm in a very vulnerable position to just up and just vent to any. I'm in a state where I don't have nobody. That's the first thing that came to my mind whenever she was venting to that neighbor that she didn't even talk to her on an everyday basis like that, my nigga. She felt like she didn't have nobody and she was that damn vulnerable enough to just vent to any goddamn body. Which goes back to, you could not have been fucking with your family like that. Bro, you got a sister, my nigga, that's not that far in age from you. You got a fucking mother. But you chose to vent to the neighbor. You wasn't rocking with your family like that. You was not rocking with your family like that. I believe the baby daddy when he said that shit. He wasn't rocking with your family. All right, so boom. Got that out the way. All right. Let's look at her mental state. Let's look at her mental state. Her baby daddy said the day that she ended up missing, he called her. Right. So whenever he called, no. She called him. All right. Saying that, you know what I'm saying, she down the street, across the way or whatever. I need you to come get the kids type shit. The baby daddy on some shit like, all right, hold on real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come and get him. You know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and just do something real quick. Let me go ahead and do me real quick type shit. I don't know what he had going on. But this was like leaning towards the situation. So that's when she started talking about, watch out for this color car. Watch out for this type of car. This is his words. Watch out for this color car. Watch out for this type of car. You know what I'm saying? In the past 5 years, every man that I've been with, or my exes, most of my exes, a lot of my exes end up dying in the past 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Something telling me that death is coming towards you type shit. Like she was saying all type of crazy shit, which made the baby daddy be on some shit like, man, fuck that shit. I'm finna put this bitch on speaker real quick. Because he was with one of his relatives type shit. You feel me? So he put the bitch on speaker. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? So he put the bitch on speaker type shit so he relative can hear. You know what I'm saying? So the relative is hearing what it is that she's saying over the phone. Because whenever he went to the 7-Eleven to go get the kids, he wasn't in that car by himself. He was in the car with another relative. You feel what I'm saying? And that relative told him, hey, look, fuck what we finna go do. Go get your kids right now. Your baby mama talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, there's witchcraft. Okay, I'm finna get to that too. But at the end of the day, if I'm a nigga who is a Christian, and I'm telling y'all, nigga, Jesus finna come tomorrow, nigga. And I'm saying this shit with so certainty. Bro, I'm fucked up somewhere in my mental state, my guy. Somewhere in my mental state, I am fucked up. For me to be able to say some shit like this here and believe the shit. So whether you is a Christian, whether you believe in witchcraft, whatever the case may be, for you to be speaking on the shit that you're speaking on, the way that you're speaking on it tells me that you is mentally incompaired some fucking where, my nigga. I don't even know if I can say incompaired like that, but you mentally fucked up somewhere, my guy. You feel what I'm saying? Her mental state was not at its best. I don't care what nobody say. Her mental state was not at her best. You feel what I'm saying? And then we also got to go back to this too. We got a lot of females in here, all right? I know we do. We got a lot of females in here. So for the females, I want y'all to answer this question for me. If your baby daddy is whooping your ass, pregnated another female, leaving you at the house with the kids by yourself, leaving you with a financial burden on your motherfucking shoulders, just doing everything out the goddamn wazoo, you cannot tell me mentally you will be in your right state. Of course, not everybody might not just lean to the point of just offing themselves. You feel what I'm saying? But mentally, my nigga, that's going to drain your ass. Mentally, that's going to drain you. You know what I'm saying? And again, she already expressed to us by speaking to the neighbor that she already talking about leaving. And then weeks later, end up leaving. Come on, bro. This is not no abduction. This is not no sex trafficking. She looked it good. Yes, she was. She was thicker than the sneaker. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody would want to have her. But this is not that case. This is not that case. I would love to come on the screen and be like, yeah, I think somebody took her type shit. You know what I'm talking about? On some crime watch daily type shit. Nah, let's keep it a beam, my nigga. She did this shit on her own. It's either two things happened to her, my guy. Either she up and left on her own and had a second party help her with this escape because she left her car. After driving into Georgia, she drove back out of Georgia and then ended up leaving her car in somewhere in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. So for you to just up and leave your car and all your belongings and things that you need to roam this motherfucking earth tells me if this wasn't no abduction, my nigga, this was a premeditated plan, my guy. And if it wasn't a premeditated plan, my guy, then you did what you did, my guy. Then you parked that car, you did whatever you did, and then you offed yourself. I'm telling you, fam. I am telling you. I feel like she was in a mental state where she was just ready to just leave permanently. And that's why I feel. And that's the reason why she was asking her baby daddy for a hug. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know I finna do some shit that I would not be able to come back from, whether it's offing myself or whether it's just, I'm finna go inside this bank and just ask them for 100 mil. And I don't know how this shit gonna work out. But because I know what my intentions is, and I know the outcome, the possible outcome of my actions, then of course, whenever I come across somebody that I actually love or really care for, man, hey, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna see you again after today, bro. Because I know what it is that I finna do. Let me get a hug, bro. Come on, bitch. Let me get a hug. Oh, yeah, I love you, bitch. You say, bitch, finna go. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like she did this shit on her own. She did this shit on her own, bro. And I feel like the baby daddy with the dreads, he know that she did this shit on her own. And that's why he don't really have no care or no worries. You know what I'm saying? Alexis is a grown-ass woman. She doing this shit on her own. Ain't nobody abducted her. Ain't nobody kidnapped her. She doing this shit on her own, bro. I just feel like she committed. She off the self. I feel like she off the self. That's the only thing that makes sense. I just feel like she off the self. You feel me? And another thing too, what I'm about to say is but yeah, man, she off the self. She did that shit on her own, bro. She did that shit on her own free will. Her name is Alexis Ware. Real talk. Whatever your name is. Real talk. That's exactly what it was. She was just going through so much. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how many people do we actually know that just go through so much and just say, man, this is enough? Some people just off they self only because they don't see no fucking light at the end of their tunnel. You feel what I'm saying? Some people just surround themselves around individuals that they just know so well and just know there is no help. I ain't gonna say, it's not confirmed. Nothing is confirmed. Nothing is confirmed right now. Is she alive or not? It's not confirmed. But my belief is she offed herself. That's my belief. And if anything, God forbid, if anything were to come out, I hope this don't be one of them videos that were just lurking in the past and become viral because I said it first. But again, these are not facts. This is allegedly, and this is my opinion, according to the information that we already got that's already been presented to the public. I feel like she offed herself. I feel like she was mentally that strained to the point where she offed herself. She was already talking about death before she disappeared. She was talking about death the day that she disappeared. Might not be directly towards herself, but death was in her mind. Come on, bro. Come on, man. She did it to herself, bro. She offed herself. So if tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, you know what I'm saying, they say we did an autopsy, we found some skeletons or we found a body, is confirmed to be Alexis and it looked like a self-conflicted wound or something like that or whatever the case may be. I gave y'all my opinion first. You feel me? I gave y'all my opinion first, so it is what it is. I did upload yesterday. Well, I didn't say upload, but YouTube took it down. They just taking everything down from me. You said, where do I think she allegedly did it? Well, me personally, damn, that's crazy. So me personally, this is what I feel. Whenever they found her car, okay, they found her car. The police even expressed that how they found her car was very suspicious. There was no sign of struggle. There was no evidence of any of DNA of anybody else being in her car other than herself. And everything was in its place. Her wallet, car keys, and things of that nature was all in the car. Nothing was disturbed. So this was not no robbery. This was damn sure not no sex trafficking. Bitch, we need your car. What are you talking about? So this tells me, like, my God, like she did this herself. She parked the car right there where it was, jumped out. And if she offed herself, then I can't even express on how she possibly did it. Maybe whenever they overlooked that damn river, cause where they found her car at, a river, a lake, a pond, or wherever the fuck that shit go, a body of water. I'm gonna call that shit that. They found her car not too far from a body of fucking water, a huge body of water. And of course they searched the water, found nothing. But Alexis Ware could most definitely be in that goddamn body of water if she did do it to herself. But if she didn't off herself, then I'm obviously say when she put her car where they found her car at, she got out of her car and then jumped into another car and hit it back to Georgia. Fuck around and find her ass in Georgia. That's what they need to be searching for. Find a motherfucking ass in Georgia. I didn't know. So okay, Shannon So Real. I didn't know her car on the inside was filled with mud. I didn't know that part. I know the outside, far as the wheels and shit was filled with mud, but I didn't know the inside was filled with mud. And if the inside was filled with mud, that goes back to that mental, to that fucked up mental shit. The bitch was mentally fucked up in the head. I'm telling you, bro. She was she was ready to leave. Yeah, the outside was. Okay. They say they searched the water, but I can bet they didn't check the direction that the water flows. That's another thing too, right? The water is 25. Water is 72% of the earth, and land is only 28%. So for water to be the majority of earth, you know what I'm saying? You can never search the sea too good or just good enough. You feel what I'm saying? And going back to the you know what I'm saying, where the river flows. That's a great answer. You feel what I'm saying? Because if she drowned herself or jumped inside that goddamn river and drowned, of course her body would not be anywhere close to it. You know what I'm talking about? Her body could be fucking days out type shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's a large ass body of water. You know what I'm saying? She could most definitely be there. Her boat net was outside the car. Her boat net was outside the car. Exactly. So women do not like. And come on, bro. Look at Alexis. With all that ass and some more shit, bro, she ain't finna be doing a whole bunch of walking. She not finna be doing all that damn walking. So if she didn't off herself, I'm telling y'all, she got out of her car and jumped into another car. And that car was her escape. Offer. No footprints. No footprints. No footprints. None of that shit was footprints. None of that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just Alexis Ware though. So let's hit bases on this young Dirk, King Von, AK-47. He now involved. FBG Cash and Ruger. All right. So King Von, not King Von, AK-47, right? He one of them bloggers that I've been talking a lot of ill shit about, but the actuality behind everything, I really like the nigga. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I really like the nigga. Okay. I talk shit because I'm not going. Cause I wouldn't be me if I did it. I'm sorry. So I talk shit because that's me. But I really like the nigga. Anyway, so what happened is he go on Instagram. He have an interview with Mama Duck. Okay. He have an interview with Mama Duck. He get to asking Mama Duck some questions about her son in relations with the business of FBG Cash and other FBG members. Mama Duck started explaining, started talking, going out, going, you know what I'm saying, going off at the mouth. And then that's when she get a phone call. From who? We don't know. But purposely the interview was interrupted. And the whole time while they having this interview, FBG Cash is on Instagram telling AK-47, I say, bring me up. Put me on your live. Put me on there. And etc. So AK-47, he brings him up on a live. All right. So FBG Cash, first thing he say is, man, I feel like you owe me an apology, because then that's when AK started going off at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a blogger, you basically a journalist. So being a journalist, your side, your opinion don't necessarily matter. Because as a journalist, we is documenting what's going on. The people need to know what it is that FBG Cash feeling or what it is that he thinking. I wish AK would have gave him that opportunity. But AK didn't. AK just started going off at the mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So they start going back and forth and yada, 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 this, then, and third. He hangs FBG Cash up, and then Ruger, he brings Ruger up, and then he go off on Ruger too. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my nigga, you is a journalist. You know what I'm saying? People subscribe to you off the information that you possess, that you're able to share with the people. You cutting these niggas off really deflected your journalists, your you know what I'm saying, your platform, only because people want to know what it is that these niggas trying to say, what it is that these niggas want to say. What, you know what I'm saying? What is they thinking? How does they feeling? We want to know these things, but whenever AK cut both of these niggas off and just started going off at the mouth, you prevented them niggas from stating their point of view. And the reason why they feel like this. And that's the reason why after track, ain't too many niggas coming on your platform and expressing anything. Just off the simple fact, my nigga, I know whenever I go on your platform, it's going to be more like an interrogation rather than an interview. How many times have we been in interrogation and 12 cut us off every time we finna say some shit? You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? So really reflects on your, you know what I'm saying, your journalist skills, my nigga. Hey, what's good, family? So going back to this whole situation with FBG Cash and all the other niggas, right? FBG Cash and them niggas robbed the shit out of Duck. They finessed the shit out of Duck. They put Duck in so much of a I ain't gonna even say Duck. They ain't put Duck in that position, but Duck put himself in that position. To where after he passed away, his mother received no fucking revenue behind his music, my nigga. Duck did that herself. Why did Duck do that? My nigga, his mama was fucking the ops. Mama, I love you to death. I'm gonna buy you some shoes, some clothes, a car, and all type of shit. I'm gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not finna give you all my possessions and earnings and gainings. You know what I'm talking about? Mama Duck, bro, you can go on Pornhub right now and type in Mama Duck, FBG Duck Mama. She getting hit by the ops. Then not only that, whenever they exposed her ass the first time, she went back for seconds. That's why when King Von said, I ain't trying to fuck that nigga, bitch, I'm trying to fuck his mama. I'm a really bad bitch named Love, and she thick, and she swing both ways like nunchucks. But anyway, though, that's what, you know what I'm saying, that's what he was directing that shit towards, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? FBG the mama was fucking the ops. So now that he dead and gone, my nigga, all the niggas that you claimed that wasn't his best friend or wasn't his friends or wasn't fucking with him found themselves in that corner with him whenever he was up and living. So therefore, now that he dead and gone, my nigga, they gets the revenue. Like, you know what I'm saying? The revenue don't go to you. I'm not quite sure who gets the money. But the money don't go to Mama Duck. That's why come Mama Duck came out and changed her son's name to Big Clout. So anything that FBG Duck make money off of under the name of FBG Duck, she gets no money from. That's FBG. But anything that she released under the name Big Clout, that's where she get the money from. You feel what I'm saying? So even though she gonna come up with the name Big Clout and start releasing things under Duck name, under a new name, FBG and them still gonna get money because they still gonna be releasing shit under FBG. You feel what I'm saying? This is not Cash fault. This is not Ruger fault. FBG Duck did this shit to himself. And you can't fault him, my nigga, because at the end of the day, the mother who raised me, she got 10 fucking kids and 5 of them dead or some shit like that. Fuck how they died and some more shit. That's abnormal, my nigga. That's not normal at all. Abnormal. Which is not normal, my nigga. People don't have buku kids, and half of the motherfuckers, 50% of the motherfuckers already dead before they time. Come on, my nigga. That says a lot about your parenting skills. One of them died in the fire and some more shit. Man, I don't give a fuck. That says a lot about your parenting skills, my nigga. If my daughter died in the fire, goddamn it, nigga, I should be dead too. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Me personally, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know she was fucking the ops. She was getting bent over, getting hit by the ops and some more shit while Duck was living. And this is no secret. The whole world knows about this. You can go check it out on Pornhub. You can check it on XXX videos. And you can go to other porn sites and also check it out. She getting hit. They got text messages, phone conversations, and the actual video with her getting hit from the back by the ops. Some BDs was taxing her ass. And by her knowing so much about the streets as far as KI and the whole FBG movement and the O Block and 051, for her to know all what she knows, you cannot tell me that you didn't know that these niggas wanted your son dead. You cannot tell me that you didn't know that these niggas threatened your son's life at one moment, a period of time. You can't tell me you didn't know these things. You didn't give a fuck. And most of these bloggers who interview her ass, they want to be so nice because she a mother and some more shit. Nah, fuck that. I'm finna raise the pressure up on your ass like I would Track. I'm finna raise the pressure up on your ass like I would any other person. Only because, my nigga, we need to know these things and your ass need to be checked, my nigga. This shit can't go off. This shit can't go lightly. You feel what I'm saying? And now you want to brag and complain and do all this other good shit because now your son is dead, my nigga. Think about this. Before FBG Duck died, we was not worried about no motherfucking Mama Duck. We didn't care about no Mama Duck. Half of us didn't even fucking know about no goddamn Mama Duck before he passed. So this is her opportunity to get some motherfucking clout. Know what I'm saying? This is her opportunity to get some motherfucking clout. And that's what the fuck she been doing. Since her son died, she decided to get a motherfucking YouTube channel. Since her son died, bro, she been going ham on Instagram, Facebook, and some more shit. Come on, man. TikTok. Come on, man. You in front of this goddamn camera more than ever since motherfucking FBG Duck died. You feel what I'm saying? And if you can't afford 10 motherfucking kids, then why have them? I can understand 1. I can understand 2. I can work with you maybe with 3. But anything past that, my nigga, that's your motherfucking fault. If you ain't Rihanna, nigga, close your motherfucking legs. If you ain't at ASAP, my nigga, keep your dick in your pants, bro. Don't you be having all these motherfucking kids, my nigga, and don't have no means to take care of them, my nigga. Come on, bro, don't do that. Don't bring a motherfucker in this world who ain't asked to be here. And you can't take, don't do that. Don't do that. We ain't doing that. Don't be another FBG Duck mama. We ain't doing that. Yeah, one of the twins died during birth or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But let's not talk about the twins. Okay, so let's say out of the 5, one of the 5 was twins. So that's 4 of them. So we ain't gonna even talk about the twins. We ain't gonna even talk about the twins. You still, at the end of the day, you still have 4 goddamn kids who died before they motherfucking time. Shit just don't happen like that, my nigga. Bad motherfucking parenting skills, my nigga. Bad motherfucking parenting skills. And at the same time, my nigga, what, you had a baby with another nigga? LBG Duck Daddy been locked up his whole goddamn life. Decided to come home right after his son died. Made it just right before the funeral. Bad fucking parenting skills, my nigga. It's not the mother fault that the father went to jail and went to prison, some more shit. But before they even had them, my nigga, you already was backed up on a hell of a lot of kids. So you didn't make your situation no better, whether he went to jail or not, my nigga. Bad fucking parenting. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? You did it. You that's the camel. That's the fucking what they call it. That's the straw that broke the goddamn camel's back whenever you fuck the ops, my nigga. Bro, come on, bro. You a grown ass woman you was born in what, the motherfucking 70s? And you laying down with some goddamn 90s babies who threaten your son's life. They don't want to talk about that though. Put the bitch on my platform. So the first thing I'm gonna ask, so what possessed you to lay down with the same guys who threatened your son's life? One point in time. To lay down with somebody who disliked your son. To lay down with somebody who recorded you in the benefits of hurting your son. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you just exposed yourself in front of the world at the same time you made your son look bad. Nigga, that's worse than what LeBron mama did. LeBron mama fucked a friend, at least. You fucked the ops. I think that's worse. You know what I'm saying? I think that's worse. You know what I'm saying? Because my friend might have some good intentions somewhere. His intentions probably, I know his intentions not going to be, hey, nigga, we can't let this shit get out. But for you to go fuck the ops, my nigga, that's, nigga, what? Nigga, the whole world finna know about this. When the bitch is taking a shower, putting on her goddamn heels, my nigga, before she even make it to my house, my nigga, I got this shit set in stone, my nigga. I'm finna expose this bitch. And then LBG Duck come out with a song talking about no exposing me. What? Nigga, I finna expose your mama, nigga. And that's exactly what it been. Come on, bro. And you allowed that to happen, bro. Then you want to bitch, moan, complain, whine, and holler, stop, drop, and roll, and do some more shit. Now that your son's dead. Know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. That shit so goddamn crazy and I can't even fathom this shit. But that's the reason why FBG the mama is not able to make any revenue off his shit. Because before he died, that's how he had it and that's the way that he left it. Mainly because he wasn't even expecting, you know what I'm saying, early leave. A lot of us don't expect for us to go. We ain't planning on death. You know what I'm saying? We not necessarily expecting death to come. You know what I'm saying? Some of us. Some people do feel that shit, but some of us. And I highly doubt if Duck was one of them who knew death was coming. I highly doubt it. Because again, the way that he died, you know what I'm saying, it was very, very much unexpected from anybody. But before he passed away, that's how he had it. So now that he's gone, his mother wants the money from his music. And she unable to get it. So what she had to do is she got to now go and get it under a new name. So now whenever you see music being released under the name Big Clout, that's FBG Duck. And she releasing it under Big Clout so she can make revenue off of it. Because long as he making money under the name FBG Duck, she don't get shit. You know what I'm saying? It is not Cash's fault. It's not Ruger's fault. This is what FBG Duck did to himself. Hey, man, that's a blessing. I kiss her on the forehead every day. For her to be 100 years old and still kicking, hey, that's a blessing. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't make it to see 50. A lot of niggas ain't making this C50, and niggas ain't getting shot out every day. Cancer is catching up to a nigga quick, fast, and early. Strokes, heart attacks, high blood pressure, some more shit. Niggas is getting knocked off before 50. So for her to be here for a whole 100 years, man, I kiss her on the forehead every day and rub her feet. Mama, you need anything, let me know. Real talk. True story. That's a fucking blessing. I don't want to be here to see 100, but that's a blessing. And I can't even say that because I don't want to die neither though. Shit. Yeah, I do want to be here for another 100 years just so I can see what these other generations gonna be on, see what they look like. Okay, yeah, okay. I seen it all. I'm ready to go now. I don't know, but yeah, though. So, you know what I'm saying that's what that whole thing is about. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at Cash or none of them. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was signed in a contract, or you know what I'm saying, everything was directed in its own proper order or whatever the case may be, my nigga. Can't nobody go behind Doug back and just steal some shit in that order whenever the money is being handed out in that way, far as contracts and banking information is all this other good shit. So if FBG Duck gave that type of information to FBG Cash or Ruger or anybody other than his mama, and they receiving the revenue, you can't get mad at them, my nigga. Because this is what him or them and Duck had going on. You feel what I'm saying? But as a mother, of course, you're going to be frustrated because you want to be the one who receive the revenue, because you're going to be the one who going to provide and look out for the kids, the grandkids, and everybody else. But at the end of the day, my nigga, look at the position that you was in. Look at the shit that you was. I don't even feel like you earn that shit. I don't even feel like that shit should even go to you, my nigga. I feel like somebody should come inside the goddamn circle, take the money, put the motherfucking money up, and put it inside some type of banking account for the kids. So whenever the kids reach a certain age, they can play with it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like none of you motherfuckers supposed to have a nigga money on some real nigga shit. But because he didn't have his shit organized and straightened away, this is what happens. Everybody other than the person that's supposed to have their hand in the pot got their motherfucking hands in the pot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's nobody's fault. I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, shit caught to, you know what I'm saying, like shit, nigga, shit just happens. Nigga, if I die today, my nigga, that's another story. Anyway. But yeah, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel about this whole situation. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just why I think of it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we can't run down on Cash. Even though Cash do look like a snake, he do have some snake tendencies. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to interview Cash. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, I slither the same way you do. You don't see snakes crawling side by side. You'll never see 2-3 snakes mobbing together. Them motherfuckers gonna be by themselves. And whenever you do see them all in one whop, nigga, they having a big ass orgy. They ain't a whole ball, just fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Then after they get their little nut on, my nigga, they just start separating. They all go their own separate ways, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to interview Cash. I would love to interview Cash. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, Cash got some snake ass ways. Cash got some very snake ass ways. The first thing that I saw in Cash that told me that he was a snake, a lot of time when he have interviews, they ask him a question, and he repeat the question before he give him an answer. That's a snake. Why? Because everything I'm telling you, I have intentions behind it. So before I answer anything, I gotta make sure that this is exactly what it is that you mean. And I gotta prep for an answer, because everything I'm saying, I have hidden agendas behind it. Nigga, I'm a motherfucking snake. Nigga, I know. Who you think gave up the love? Okay. We're gonna talk about that. Who said that? North Park. Fucking good question. I'm glad you said that. You gave me something else to talk about. My opinion. Okay? My opinion. When Doug went to downtown, he went to downtown with 2 people. Including himself, it was 3. He went to downtown with that female. And he went to downtown with, I believe what people were saying was the female brother, step brother, or somebody, friend or some shit. The third person, the last person that came with Duck and that female was a person that was more related or affiliated with the female than it was Duck. Okay. Duck was standing outside. A lot of people don't know this. When Duck got downtown and he went to that little store to buy that issue for his kids, he was standing outside. It was a line. That was only allowing 3, 4, 5 people to come in at a time because of COVID. Okay. So at this point of time, people inside the FBG circle was saying, whenever he was standing outside waiting to go inside, could have been the time that anybody from any hood or any block or any clique could have spotted Duck and said that, hey, nigga, Duck downtown, nigga. I don't believe that. Only because I feel like, again, this was a paid hit. Y'all NFL blissed this nigga downtown. This wasn't no nigga, we gotta get him right now. This is more so, my nigga, this is a lick that we gotta hit, and we gotta get it right now, my nigga. Got to. And not to even mention, my nigga, this nigga just signed. He was about to sign with Jay Prince. He was about to leave Chicago. And that's crazy. Every time a rapper finna leave Chicago and finna sign, my nigga, they end up dead. Young Pappy, one of the first ones. Just about to sign, end up dead. Backdoor on some shit. His own people did it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. His own people did it. Anyway. The man, okay, so it was Duck, a female, and another man. I feel like that man is the nigga who gave his location only because he wasn't affiliated with no cliques. But at the same time, he was affiliated with O-Block. Basically what I'm saying is he wasn't a part of no clique. He fucked with everybody. Or he fucked with multiple people from different areas and different spots. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the same reason that nigga ended up shot. This is the reason why I think the way I think. Whenever Duck was in that store, whatever the case may be, something happened. It was only him and that man. Something happened which made Duck feel some type of way. Whether he saw somebody outside or something. He felt something. So he asked the woman, hey, can I take your back door? Type shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Woo, rap, whatever the case may be. Woo, woo, woo. Let me get your back door type shit. She's like, oh no, we can't do that. Everybody gotta leave out the same way they came in, yada, yada, yada. So FBG Duck was already on point. You feel what I'm saying? So when Duck came out the store, niggas started running up on him, started shooting at him, and Duck pulled out his gun. He shot the motherfucker next to him. Why did you shoot the nigga that you was with? People on the news, they even said it. Yeah, man, I saw these two people together, and then one started shooting the other. Then I just saw a whole gang of people just started shooting. Duck's first shot was to shoot the nigga closest to him. Which tells me that at some point in a period of time, Duck probably saw this nigga moving funny. He got something from this nigga that he wasn't supposed to feel. Nigga, I finna get you. It was that man that he was with who dropped his location. I don't care what nobody say. It was that man who dropped his location. And that female did not shoot no shots. People talking about, Mama Duck talking about, yeah, she shot him off and whoop, 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 and all this other good shit. No, the fuck she did not. The reason why Mama Duck said that she was the one who was holding the gun, who shot them niggas in defense and some more shit, is simply because she don't want that type of image on her son. She don't want that type of image on her son. Nigga, Duck was the only one who was in possession of a pistolia. And he was the only one who bust that bitch. And that's how come a lot of people kept saying, my nigga, I'm going out like Duck. When Duck first died, niggas kept saying, I'm going out like Duck. Whoop, 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 whoop. Everybody know, nigga, Duck was shooting like a motherfucker. But the first person he shot was the nigga that was closest to him. And they just gave the story that it was the female who was doing the shooting in retaliation type shit. And she ended up getting shot in the finger or some shit like that. Nah, nigga, nah. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a city. I'm not from Chicago, but I'm from a city. How many cities have a downtown and a hospital and a jail It's just down the street in downtown. Every downtown got a jailhouse. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Every downtown got a jailhouse and every downtown got a hospital. There's 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 no reason, absolutely no reason for FBG Duck to have been on that ground long as he was before he was taken off and shipped to the hospital. There was no need to rush to save this man's life. Crazy as this may sound, my nigga. I know a nigga named Jaquez Odom. This nigga caught a body. This nigga was terrorizing the city of Houston. He was terrorizing Richmond, Texas. Whenever he ended up shot in the closet, I ain't gonna get too deep into this story because this is very controversial for motherfuckers who from my hood. But whenever he was found shot in the closet, he was alive. He was sitting down on his ass and he was resting himself up on his arms. Blood gushing out his head. But he was alive. The police told this man to lay down and called him a deceased victim over the goddamn walkie-talkie while this man still had breath in his lungs and a fucking strong heartbeat. So I do know for a fact, whenever you is a problem to the community, the rush to save your life is not even a rush no more, my nigga. They don't give a fuck if you die. Because in this case, if you die, there's one black nigga left on the streets, and there's 4, 5, 6 other niggas that we now can arrest and profit financially on by sending their ass up the river, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying, my nigga? This is the game of tic-tac-toe. That's why the KKK is not strong no goddamn more. That's how come the KKK voice is not even heard no more. I haven't heard about a goddamn KKK rally since the 09. You know what I'm saying? And that's right before shit started jumping off. Haven't heard about none of this shit, bro. We put KKK out of motherfucking business. So now we got niggas killing niggas, dying off like a motherfucker. And we already the minorities, my nigga. It's only 13% of African Americans in America. It's only 13%. You feel what I'm saying? Black folks, but we only 13% of America's population. So if we killing each other off, my nigga, that 13% gonna gradually drop. Because we ain't producing like the Mexicans is. Nigga, every 5 seconds a Mexican woman just got pregnant, nigga. No, real nigga shit. Those facts, 13%. I swear to God. Somebody know it's way more. I swear to God. Look, let's look it up. Go on Google. Everybody, I dare you to. Go on Google, look it up. If it says anything more than 13%, screenshot it, send it to me, and I send you $1 on Cash App. If you wrong, then go ahead and cash at me $1, man. It's 13%, my nigga. I looks at this shit for real. Somebody, what's his name again? What's who name? What's who name? I don't know who you talking about. But going back to what it is that I'm saying, my nigga. We killing each other off. Not only is we killing each other off, my nigga, for those who is the suspects, 13 seconds. Did I say 13 seconds? I mean 13%. But niggas who killing other niggas off, my nigga, whenever they get caught, my nigga, they go up the river, they go to prison. Prison system, they get one lump sum behind a nigga. So for example, if you sentenced to 2 years in prison, the prison gets paid to take care of you for the next 2 years of your life. So if you fuck around and make parole after a year, they still got a whole year of a check in a motherfucking pocket. Nigga, that's a hustle. If a nigga get locked up for 13 years, my nigga, we get paid to take care of this nigga for 13 years. If a nigga get a life sentence, we get paid to take care of this nigga for a whole fucking life sentence. Nigga, that's money. Ask yourself, how come you can, what's that word called? When you put money in some shit. I'm gonna say it like this. How come you can put money into schools? You can put money into banks. You can put money into Invest. Okay, investment. You can invest in so much shit. But in order for you to invest in the prison system, my nigga, you gotta be a part of the politics. You gotta be a part of some type of political family. A nigga like me cannot invest in the prison system. I don't make enough. I don't have enough. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just be anybody to invest in the prison system. You know why? Because every year you gonna hit dice. Every year you gonna hit dice. And whenever the prison system is not crowded, my nigga, that's when they throw out some shit like war on drugs. War on drugs. So now that gives us the opportunity to just rest any and everybody with just a crumb of some goddamn weed, crack, heroin, whatever. Nigga, if you get caught with a little crumb of some crack outside of a school zone, that's a misdemeanor. But because now we got this thing called the war on drugs, we is not cracking down on drugs. So guess what? So normally, for this amount, you would normally just go to the county, do a couple days, or weeks, a month, whatever, and you come back home. Now we finna send your ass to prison. You know what I'm saying? Probably hit your ass with like 2-3 years or whatever the case may be. Get that lump sum up out your ass, and then send you back out here, and now you got a record and an X on your back. Man, I'm trying to put y'all on game. I don't know if y'all want it. Trying to put y'all on game. I don't know if y'all want it. The guy who died in the closet of Texas, his name was Jaquez. He's no rapper, no none of that shit. He just a regular hood nigga who was just wreaking havoc. Young nigga too. I think Jaquez died when I was in prison already whenever. I left when I was 18. I came home when I was 24. Jaquez died my first year in prison. I was 19. I want to say Jaquez was either 18 or 19 whenever he died. And they pronounced him dead while he was up and living. And I'm getting this information from motherfuckers who was there. It was other people there with Jaquez. And they said they pronounced this nigga dead while he was talking to the police. Police kept telling him, hey, talk to me, stay with me, stay with me. And he was talking to the police, and the police just pronounced this nigga dead on the walkie-talkie. You feel what I'm saying? And no ambulance came until he had no pulse. Then from that closet, he was carried out in a body bag. True story. True story. And Jaquez didn't even kill himself. That's another story. I don't know if if y'all want it, I'll tell y'all the story. Yeah, Jaquez. Yeah, it's not you, Jaquez White. It's not you. It's not you. This nigga named Jaquez Odom. Nigga named Jaquez Odom. Look, I'm gonna go and tell y'all the story. Fuck it. This shit gonna go viral too, probably. So look, this nigga named Jaquez. He from my hood, right? Call himself a little blood or whatever the case may be, right? So is this nigga? I don't want to say nobody name, so I'm just gonna say Jaquez's name, and I'm gonna say is this nigga named A. He was fucking with a nigga named A. A is not his real name. I'm just gonna say A. He was fucking with a nigga named A, right? So A and all his relatives had like a little kickback, a little smoke session or some shit. Everybody come to the house type shit. So they in the house, a lot of people in the living room smoking and chilling and shit like that, right? So Jaquez end up going inside the room. A girlfriend follows Jaquez inside the room. And then they both find themselves in the motherfucking room. Not the closet, but in the room. Now, my first question is, what the fuck is you doing with a girlfriend inside the goddamn room by yourselves in a house that's crowded with niggas? Okay? Something happened, the motherfucking gun go off. When he gets shot in the head, blood splatter goes up in the ceiling. Which tells me, whenever he got shot, he was in the bedroom. He wasn't in the closet. If he was in the closet when he got shot, why the fuck is that blood on the ceiling in the bedroom spot? You feel what I'm saying? So whenever he gets shot, some way, somehow, his body ended up in the motherfucking closet. While his body was in the closet, he was up, breathing, talking, and everything. Trying to catch his breath. That's what he was telling the police, man, I'm good, I'm just trying to catch my breath. I'm good, I'm trying to catch my breath. Police tell him, hey, no, just go ahead and lay down. Go ahead and lay down. No, I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm good, I'm trying to catch my breath. Yes, we got one deceased, victim, black male, 18, 19 years old, yada, yada, yada. Another nigga was like, hey, say, bro, What the fuck? Woo, woo, woo. Police, quickly. Hey, get this man up out of here. It was one person in that room. He picked up on what the police said on that walkie-talkie. They say, bro, you just pronounced this man dead. What the fuck? Get this man out the room right now. Get this man out the room right now. They stayed there and all that shit. And then they pronounced the nigga dead. Once he didn't have no vitals or none of that, okay, now he's dead. Now he's dead. Coroner comes, put the nigga in the body bag, ship his ass out. I believe that girl fucked around and killed Jacquez. I think she was playing with a gun. I think he had a gun and she was playing with it, some shit. I don't know. I don't think it was intentionally. I think it was an accident type shit. End up shooting the nigga. Whenever he shot the nigga, motherfuckers came up in the bedroom. They panicked. Had to hurry up and find something to do. Dragged his ass, put up in the closet. And before the police left, they didn't even have the murder weapon. They just announced it a suicide. How can this be a suicide when we don't even fucking have a murder weapon? Years later, another nigga ended up killing a female with the exact same gun that killed Jacquez. So it just tells me whenever Jacquez ended up shot my nigga, the gun was quarterback pass to somebody else. I can't make this shit up, bro. But whenever you was a problem like that in these streets, my nigga, the police don't give a fuck about solving a case. The police don't necessarily give a fuck about saving your life. This happened in 2014. I was 19 years old. I was turning 20 that year. But it was before I turned 20. It was in 2014. He died in 2014. Real talk. In TCR Apartments in Rosenberg, Texas. True story. I don't know if that's Rosenberg or Richmond. I'm gonna say Richmond. I'm gonna give y'all Richmond. I give Richmond. I used to fuck around over there. But true story. That's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? I called home one day. I'm like, yeah, what's up, mama? Say, you remember Jacquez? Jacquez who? Jacquez Odom. Yeah, I know that nigga. What happened? Oh shit, they found him dead in the closet. Yeah. I come home and everybody telling me, hey, look, bro, this was really happening. Goddamn. You feel me? Somebody say I'm living in Houston right now. I say Houston is a very beautiful city. Very fucking beautiful. It took me to leave Houston to understand how beautiful Houston really was. I'm coming back. Fuck that, nigga. I'm coming back. I'm dying in my city, bro. But Houston's a very beautiful city, but at the same time, nigga, it's dirty than a motherfucker, though. It's dirty than a motherfucker, though. Yeah, dirty than a motherfucker, though. Dirty than a motherfucker, though. The Kenneka Jenkins situation, it's damn near the same. The Kenneka Jenkins case is exactly especially the Southwest for real. That's where I'm from. I'm from the Southwest. Southwest is boy. You can't just be anybody and survive in the Southwest. But that's a whole nother topic. We ain't gonna even get too deep in that. But the Kenneka Jenkins case is a whole lot different. Only because we already know the whole backstory of everything, right? Okay. But the thing about the Kenneka Jenkins is, right, whenever it was Kenneka Jenkins and two other females, all right? I'm under the influence right now. I can't call no names right now. Because as soon as I say a certain name, y'all be like, oh, no, it wasn't her. It was another female. I can't call names right now, but it was her and two other females. Okay? Kenneka Jenkins is supposed to have been so much under the influence to where she is unable to just irrationally think. Okay? But whenever they drug her ass outside and they made it right there into the hallway, right there in front of the door that they just exited out of, the first thing Kenneka Jenkins said, hey, wait a minute. I ain't got my phone and I ain't got my keys. If you absolutely fucked up, and out of the three females, including Kenneka, one of the female was like, nigga, I ain't drank shit that night. I ain't drank shit. I ain't popped no pills. Monifa and Shamaya, real nigga shit. Boom, there you go. Shamaya was like, nigga, I ain't drank shit that night. Monifa was like, she popped the pill and she drunk some drink. Monifa also said that Kanika Jenkins was drinking. But Shamaya was the only one who said, I ain't drank shit that night. Even though we know she was drinking. But out of all y'all three, how come the one that was supposed to be the most discombobulated was the one to inform y'all, I don't have my phone or my car keys? So that's when Shamaya was like, nigga, I'm finna go up in, I'm finna get that shit for you. Monifa stayed here with Kanika. She goes inside to go get the issue for Kanika. She get the phone, she get the keys, she turn around. Monifa is in the goddamn room with her. So the first thing Shamaya said, goddamn, where Kanika at? Kanika outside. Bitch, let's go. They go outside, Kanika Jenkins is gone. Gone. Just fucking gone. So the person that we must look at, all right? The person we must look at, right, is Monifa. How do we know that this what allegedly happened word for word? Is because this is the statements that they gave the police officers. If you haven't seen it, nigga, go check out my last video about Kanika Jenkins. I posted the motherfucking interviews and etc. You know what I'm saying? The statements, the pictures and everything. I got the statements of the motherfucking security guard. I got the statements of the goddamn bitch, the nigga that was cleaning up the shit. Got the statements from the nigga who found Kanika Jenkins' body. I got all these statements and I presented it to y'all. And y'all go check that shit out. You feel what I'm saying? So Monifa, in reality, was the last one with Kanika. And for whatever reason, you left Kanika out there by herself to go back into the room for whatever reason. You had no reason to go back into the room because Shamaya already said she finna go up in there and take care of everything. So therefore, you had no reason to just leave your motherfucking friend. For one. And for two, I also uploaded a video, same video. Y'all go check that out. I also uploaded the same video showing y'all whenever y'all saw Kanika Jenkins walking and she was stumbling, bumping them fucking walls and shit, and then she ended up stumbling across the goddamn staircase. I showed y'all my opinion and my belief. I don't believe that she was in that hallway. Okay? I don't believe that she was in that hallway at that moment, a period of time, only because if she was in that hallway at that time, her friends would have been literally behind her, looking for her. Because at that moment, a period of time, they was already flooding the motherfucking hallway trying to find Kanika. So the camera's basically telling us, whenever Kanika was down here in this hallway, and then she ended up hitting this corner, right when she hit this corner, her friends barely missed her. That makes no motherfucking sense. No, I'm not going for it. So I showed y'all why I believe where she was actually at. And they edited the video to make it look like she was really in the hallway when in actuality, she was in a whole nother department of the goddamn motel. Which makes the most sense because timing is everything. And if you also look at my video, I also show y'all on how they tamper with the time. You feel what I'm saying? I showed y'all one picture of Kanika Jenkins coming out the elevator at a certain time. Then I showed you another video of her coming out the same elevator at a different time. So whenever you get different timings from one camera, this tells me that the video has been tampered with and manipulated. You feel what I'm saying? And not to mention, one of the people that was interviewed at the motel, right? It was a black man, young black man. And they asked him, have you or your brother ever dated Kanika Jenkins? He said no. Neither me or my brother never dated or talked to Kanika Jenkins. So they asked him, was you at the motel when you clocked out of work that day? Later on that night, did you go back to the motel? He said no. Basically telling the police, I never went to that party that night. So for them to ask him that question tells me that they had some type of information to incite that he possibly was affiliated or knew Kanika Jenkins or somebody in that motherfucking room that night. So this tells me somebody, it probably wasn't Kanika Jenkins. I really feel like it was Monifa. And you know, to white folks, niggas, you feel what I'm saying? But that right there gave me the opportunity to say that somebody in that room was affiliated with this motherfucker who worked at the motel. Which is the same reason why police asked this nigga, did he even know Kanika? They didn't ask that Mexican security guard. They didn't ask the nigga who found Kanika Jenkins, do you know this bitch? Have you ever fucked with this bitch? Did you and your brother ever dated this bitch? Did you see this bitch on Facebook? Is y'all friends on Facebook or Instagram? They never asked this nigga any question like that. They asked one nigga out of everybody in the interview, don't ask one nigga about his relationship with Kanika Jenkins, and he denied it. So this tells me that somebody in that motherfucking room had some type of affiliation with somebody who worked at the motherfucking motel who had the opportunity to tamper with the goddamn cameras. So this is very much so possible. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. They tamper with their goddamn shit. And the crazy thing about the shit is, look, peek this out. Crazy thing about this shit is this. The maintenance man, they interviewed the maintenance man. The maintenance man said, yeah, man, when I went up in there, the first thing I saw was the freezer door. The freezer door don't close by itself. This is what he said. This is the maintenance man. This is the nigga that working on everything. The freezer door don't close by itself. So it's always slightly cracked. But on this day, it was open more than usual. So right when I was about to go and close the motherfucker, I get a phone call on the walkie-talkie telling me that somebody took a shit in the pool. So I hit it towards the pool. I got all this shit on my video, bro. You can go to that video, Kanika Jenkins. You can go to that video. You can look at the statements that was made. You see the nigga picture and everything, bro. So let's go back to this door not closing all the way. So if this motherfucking door don't close all the way, how the fuck did she lock herself in that bitch? Another thing too, this ice box was under maintenance. Anything that is being prepped for maintenance, my nigga, is turned off. If we working on some motherfucking lights, the power is off. If we're working on the goddamn freezer, turn that bitch off. If we're working in your living room, come on, bro, let's keep it a beam. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like if you look at the autopsy pictures, as far as her being on the ground, taking pictures of and shit like that, bro, I feel like it was a struggle at some point in time. It was a struggle, it was a fight. She did not go up in this goddamn freezer and just lock herself in that bitch. No fucking way. They said they found some pills in the system. Some epilepsy pills in the system. But that's questionable too. Because whenever you're trying to support a theory that somebody died in such a crazy ass way, of course you're gonna add in things that is needed to support your theory. You feel what I'm saying? But I can't necessarily just say that Kanika Jenkins was under the influence of epilepsy pills mixed with some liquor. They just gave her the perfect combination to commit suicide accidentally by suffocating herself in a fucking freezer. I don't believe all that. And what's that bitch named Irene? Irene even said it herself, and I believe Irene too. When Irene said, like, you know what I'm saying, Kanika Jenkins, she popped the pill one time, and since then she never popped the pill again because she ain't like that shit. Anytime whenever we go out, she drank, but she not a big drinker. She gonna sip. But there been some time where she get fucked up. And that night that she was at that party, allegedly, Kanika Jenkins got fucked up according to Irene. I mean, at the same time, it could be a play though. But at the same time though, if this is a play, and everybody was in on a play, why is everybody in such rivalries now? If me and 5 other niggas go in on a play, and we execute a nigga, after the execution, my nigga, if anything, this gonna draw us all closer to one another. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody want anybody to fold, break, or bend under no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? But for Kanika Jenkins to find herself dead in a freezer, and then afterwards everybody get to point the fingers at everybody, get to blame it. Bro, this happened in Chicago. People backdoor in Chicago more than people are snakes more in Chicago than any motherfucking where. I don't feel like they would turn on each other if this was all a play at one. You feel what I'm saying? The person that I'm looking at is Monifa. Monifa, you was the guiltiest out of all of them. Whenever Kanika Jenkins picked up Monifa, it was Monifa the one who said, "Hey, let's go get some pills." It was Monifa the one who said, "Hey, fuck going to the movies. Let's go to this party." Whenever they got to the party, it was Monifa the first one who left the party, only to go with a nigga, and then come back later on that day, later on that night. And then Shemaya ended up leaving with a nigga and coming back later on that night. You feel what I'm saying? And then Kanika Jenkins texts Shemaya texts Shemaya like at 2 something, telling her that she's ready to go. Then Shemaya texts her back an hour later, like around 3 something, talking about, "Hey, I think this nigga dick little." Talking about some dick and shit. Janika, I can't even say that. I can't even say the girl name right. JK was ready to leave way early. Around the time she sent out the text message, it was the same time they said she was coming out the elevator. The first time. Around the time Shemaya texted JK back was the same time they said that she was leaving the elevator for the second time. The first time it says 2 something. The second time it says 3 something. Which time did this motherfucker come out the elevator? The video was tampered with, bro. And then they go to the motel and they tell the motel, "Hey, said, we need the video footage." The motel said, "We have no video footage." Later on, come back and say, "Hey, we now got the video footage." This is the crazy part. Do you not know how many rooms, how many hallways in this motherfucking motel? How many turns and cuts you gotta take in this motherfucking motel? There's cameras on every fucking aisle in this motel. But on this day, whenever Kanika Jenkins found herself dead and they decide to hand over the video footage to the police officers, only so many cameras worked on this day. Are you fucking serious? So there's so many more other cameras that we could have viewed that literally take us step by step and her actually going into the motherfucking freezer. But because on this day, not every camera was working, so we only have so much footage, and we still yet to have an actual footage to show us of her going into the motel. For an example, the dude who found Kanika Jenkins, you can see this nigga open up the door of the freezer. You can't really quite see him going in the motherfucker, but you can see him open up the door. You can see a door opening. But whenever Kanika Jenkins went inside the freezer, we saw no door opening or nothing. We just saw her hit that corner, and that was it. We ain't see no door open. We ain't see her go inside shit. None of that. We never was given footage of what happened after she hit that motherfucking corner. After she hit that corner, the footage stops and it picks back up after the man goes in that motherfucking finder. Why is that? Why? Come on, bro. I'm keeping the beam. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm gonna keep it a beam. And the reason why Black Lives Matter didn't jump on the case because it wasn't interracial. There was none but niggas on this case. You feel what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter is a big ass hustle. How you get a whole bunch of bitches off of Section 8, come up with some shit called Black Lives Matter, and now all the motherfuckers are millionaires. One of them bitches, she'll fucking what's that shit called when you sell houses to people and shit, rent houses to people? That's what the fuck she do. She has never rented a house to a fucking black family. She has never sold a house to a fucking black family. But Black Lives Matter though. I don't understand how y'all picked up a name, Black Lives Matter, after the death of Trayvon Martin, and y'all making more revenue than Trayvon Martin family is. Let me tell y'all something about that case. Since we here, hold it real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit about Trayvon Martin case that y'all ain't gonna even fucking believe. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Hold it real talk. We got 36 people in the building. Hold it real quick. I guarantee you, I'm gonna make your motherfucking jaw drop. Let me hit this weed real quick. All right, so yeah, I'm back. I'm off that green right now. Hold on, I'm gonna pick up with you. Hold up real quick. I just want to tap it one time. I ain't trying to get blitzed in this bit. I'm finna put y'all on some game real quick. Hold up. What's hi everybody? Hey, then you know that nigga high when he get to ask what everybody doing. Hey, how y'all doing? Nigga feeling good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't shit wrong with it. Shit, we grown. So look, I'm gonna put y'all on some game about the Trayvon Martin situation. The Trayvon Martin case was given. Somebody said, I'm good, you high yet? This is what I love. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody, go and get your drink. Go and get your smoke. You know what I'm saying? We finna go down through though. All right, so look, Trayvon Martin, that case was given to George Zimmerman. The parents gave that case to George Zimmerman. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I wish I was able to just give y'all names like that. But Precious, that fat black ugly ass female, I'm gonna keep it a bean. She cute in her own way, but to me she ugly. That was not the female that Trayvon Martin was talking to whenever he was killed that night. Yeah, I said it. That was not the female. She was a fake witness. Exactly. That was not the same female who was talking to Trayvon Martin that day. The mama knew it. The daddy didn't know. Because the girl was really from the round away from where the mama lived. Because, you know, the mama and daddy lived in two different places. The daddy lived way across town, some other well. You know what I'm talking about? But this female that Trayvon Martin was talking to was a female that the mama was familiar with. And not only that, after he died, the police took the phone and they traced the number back. And before they traced the number back, my nigga, they went through his text messages and they got pictures of this girl sending him pictures. So now we got a picture with this number. And we also got an address. So they asked Trayvon Martin's mama about the address of this female that was in Trayvon Martin's phone the night that he died. She said, yeah, I've been there before. In fact, a week before I took him to his dad's house, I took her back home because they went on a little play date or some shit. And she picked up Trayvon Martin in that. She said, yeah, I know that address. So Trayvon Martin's mom said, let me go with y'all so I can also explain this to the mother of the child. Police had no problem with it. Took the motherfucking mama to the address. Whenever they get there, somebody that the mother wasn't familiar with told her, oh no, if you looking for her, she is over yonder somewhere else. They gave her the address. So the mother and the police went to the second address that they was given. When they went to this address, my nigga, that's when this pressure looking ass girl come outside. The name, she gives the police the exact same name that the girl Trayvon Martin was going by. And she said that name was an alias. That's not my real name. That's just a name that I gave him. They never questioned her about the pictures that supposedly she sent to Trayvon Martin claiming that was her. They never questioned her about that. But the mother knew from the very moment, whenever this bitch came out the house, this is not the girl that I dropped off a week before I dropped his ass off at his daddy's house. The mother knew off the moo-moo. But the mother ain't said shit. Trayvon Martin died. Trayvon Martin was 17 years old. The girl he was talking to was 16 years old. Think about this. When everybody first started coming out, the first thing they kept saying is, the 16-year-old little girl you was talking to had to hear that. 16, 16, kept hearing 16. But the bitch who took the stand, was 19 years old whenever she took the stand. And the trial took place a year after. How the fuck you go from 16 to 19 in the fucking year? This is not private. This is public information. Go back to the time whenever Trayvon Martin died. This is a big case. Go back to the time when Trayvon Martin died. Find out the age of the bitch. Everybody was saying it. Precious at one point in time even said she was 16. Then when they put her on the stand and asked her, how old is you? She said, I'm 19. And they asked her, well, how come it was said that you were 16? And that's when she said, well, I gave a fake alias. My name wasn't real. And I also gave him a fake age. Somebody said, that don't add up. Talk to me, family. Look, 300, talk to me. If anything that I say, y'all don't understand, let me know what it is. I'm going to rewind it back for y'all. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't understand, tell me what y'all don't understand. I'll run it back for you. These are facts. So the bitch goes on the stand. And because she was not the female that was actually on the phone with Trayvon Martin, she is unable to give an accurate detail on what actually happened. So everything she said sounds like a contradiction, or it sounds like she's not really sure about this or sure about that. But in actuality, before you actually go on trial, they got this thing called the pre-trial, which basically prep you for the actual trial, and they ask you all fucking type of questions that you could be asked at any point, at any moment period of time during the trial. This girl was 19 years old, and she was a freshman in high school. This bitch didn't graduate till she was 21. 2 years after the goddamn trial. So not only did they just get any fucking female that was not the actual female that Trayvon was talking to, they got a stupid ass female, a bitch with the lowest IQ ever. This bitch graduated, come on bro, this bitch graduated high school at 21. You could have got any motherfucking body up there, my nigga. And it probably could have, you know what I'm saying, passed off. It probably could have made some shit shake. But because the prosecutor put the ball in this bitch's hand, and she dropped the motherfucking ball, George Zimmerman ran off. And before the pre-trial, people was picking up on this shit. But they in the favor of George Zimmerman anyway, my nigga. So therefore, we ain't gonna say shit. We're gonna just let this bitch take the trial. We're gonna let this bitch take the stand. And because she taking the stand, it's gonna cost Trayvon Martin family the whole fucking case, my nigga. Cause everybody's banking off the shit that she's saying. And she painted the picture as if towards, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I'm telling you. In actuality, Trayvon Martin was on the phone with that girl's sister, that fat, black, ugly bitch, with her little sister, who was 16. The only thing that added up between the two was the last names. The first name was not the same. It was just the last name. So they asked her, how did you come up with this alias? She said, well, I just picked a name such as this, and I just go with my original last name, which is my mom's last name. And her sister both share her mom's last name because they got two different daddies. But for whatever reason, the little sister didn't want no type of involvement in the shit. So therefore, she told them, hey, say, look, the actual girl was on the phone with her. We're really, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know why the bitch didn't want to take the stand, but that's what it is. Call her Precious. Yeah, that's her name, Precious. But yeah, she graduated at the age of 21, bro. Come on, bro. Graduated at the age of 21. They cost him that case. The daddy, he a whole fucking Freemason. You mean to tell me you ain't got enough snap to say what needs to be said to help win this motherfucking trial? They asked this, they played the motherfucking voice record of Trayvon Martin screaming, help, 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 help. So during the pre-trial, they asked him, is you familiar with this voice? He said, I don't think so. Is this your son's voice? He said, no. So now it's trial time. Everybody's already started preaching. That's Trayvon voice. That's Trayvon voice. Because if that is Trayvon voice, that shows that he was in distress and he was seeking help, meaning that he was murdered in cold blood. So now Trayvon Martin, dumbass daddy, he take the stand. I asked him, is this your son? Now all of a sudden it's yeah. Hold it real quick. Do you remember such and such time and day and we asked you the same question and you said that you don't believe so? And then I asked you, is this your son's voice? And then you said that it was not. In fact, if you don't, we recorded you. Here, let's play the recorder. And they played the recorder of him denying that this was his son's voice. The mama knowing what she knew didn't make the case no better because she still put a dumb ass witness on the stand. Fake witness at that. And Trayvon's father didn't make the situation no better because in pre-trial, he was denying all type of shit. Trying to sound like he's not too sure about nothing. Nigga, your son is dead, my nigga. I finna say whatever the fuck I gotta say to make sure the nigga who had the gun in his hand at the time my son was found dead get prosecuted. Hell yeah, that's my motherfucking son's voice. Even if I know it ain't. Yes, that's my son's voice. Hell yeah, he still he sounded exactly the same whenever he was giving birth to. But instead, your motherfucking ass told me, oh no. And to come to find out, bro, you a Mason. Oh, man. Is this a sacrifice? I don't want to get to the conspiracy shit because I'm really big on facts, actual facts. And what I just gave y'all was some motherfucking facts. Conspiracies and all this other good shit, it's really a fucking lie. Give a nigga anxiety, really. But the case was given into George Zimmerman. Now, is George Zimmerman a racist? Before I go even further, I'm going to ask y'all a question. Is George Zimmerman a racist? Yeah, sacrifices is conspiracies. I guess you could say that. George Zimmerman, this is what made me feel like this could be a conspiracy. And I'm not big on conspiracies, bro. George Zimmerman was not a racist. I know they're going to shock the hell out of all 34 of you. George Zimmerman was not a racist. I think he is privileged. George Zimmerman was not a racist. I don't know. Like, for me, for example, if I'm a racist, it would be fucking hard for me to work with anybody that's not of the same complexion of my skin or is of the complexion of the race that I dislike. So if it would be hard for me to work alongside somebody that I dislike because of the color of their skin, I'm damn sure not finna willingly work with a motherfucker that I don't like because of the color of his skin. Okay? George Zimmerman, willingly, 3 years before Trayvon Martin was dead, 3 years consistently, he was willingly, and he was working with black kids, troubled black teens. He was working with troubled black teens, got pictures, got motherfucking all type of shit. Like, he was actually working with black teens. And he chose to pick black teens because these are the main teens that are targeted when it comes down to police brutalities and etc. From 3 years straight, nigga, this is on his resume. This is on his record. I checked this shit out. I'm not finna just hear about this shit and be like, okay, well, he wasn't racist. No, fuck, I gotta see this shit myself because I don't believe it. I'm just like y'all. He is a fucking racist. This nigga's not even a racist. For 3 years consistently, nigga, he was working with black teens. Working with black teens, bro. Whenever George Zimmerman got himself in that situation, my nigga, one of the black teens' parents reached out to him, which was another black woman. Was like, this shit is crazy. What's really going on out there? So I can't not identify George Zimmerman as a racist whenever, for 3 years, my nigga, you was working with black teens. Somebody said it means nothing. If it means nothing, okay, so look, what could be his motive to work with black kids 3 years? Not a week or so, not a month, not a year. For 3 years before George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin. What was his intentions on working with black kids. I'm reading the comments. What y'all talking about? But you have to look at how many races are even married to black people. How many races are married to black people? I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. If a racist man or woman is married to another race that they do not like, help me understand this shit. What is the motive? What? Help me understand this. Help me, please. I know you tell me it ain't so. Oh, this motherfucking light ain't go out. What's that? He might have been a victim. He may have been looking for a victim. He said 3, he may have been looking for a victim profile, working with them kids. Come on. That shit just, come on, bro. I'm still reading, though. There are many. I have seen this firsthand. Come on, man. How many races married? Come on, man. I never heard no shit like that in my life. I never saw a Klan member I never saw a Klan member ever say, yeah, I got a black wife at the house. White power. I never saw a motherfucking Aryan Brotherhood or Aryan Circle member talking about yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, my baby mama's black. I never heard no shit like that, my nigga. I'm from the South. It don't get no southern than Texas. One thing I can't say about the South races versus the North races or the East Coast races. Racist white people in the South are gonna let you know that they racist. So before you get to talking to me, my nigga, I'm gonna let you know, nigga, that's a line between both of us. On the East Coast, they're racist. They try to be quiet with it and they try to be sneaky. They don't want nobody to know. And they the most lethalest ones because the whole time you talking to them and you don't even fucking know they don't like you. But even them, they know better not to marry some fucking body that they don't like. White people used to always say, you know what I'm saying, I'm just here with you because I'm forced to deal with you. Those the racist motherfuckers. What type of white person is gonna willingly deal with troubled black teens? This is not no job description. This is not a job order. He don't have to do none of this shit. It was his choice to go out there and work with black teens. So I'm not here to tell y'all what I think happened that night or what transpired that night. But I'm just basically here to say I feel like this whole thing was ordained, was ordered, was played out. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the whole thing happened, my nigga, was on some fluke shit. The way the case took place was on some fluke shit. And then at the same time, my nigga, this was a big case that caught the whole fucking world attention. You feel what I'm saying? Caught the whole fucking world attention. And not to mention, I don't know too many cases. Especially big cases. I don't know too many cases that go to trial after a year. You got niggas in the county who still waiting to go to trial 4 years after they committed their crime. Like, nigga, that shit happened 4 years ago, my nigga. I'm still waiting to go to trial. Nigga, I've been sitting in the county for 4 years waiting to go to trial, my nigga, waiting to go to court, my nigga. And these are not big, major cases. It's just another nigga killing another nigga. But for this to be a major case, and for them to go to trial after a year, nigga, that's crazy. Nipsey Hussle died in 2019? And this nigga Eric Holder have yet to fucking start trial. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, I don't know, man. I feel real fishy about this. What I think happened, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin, dad, did not live in an apartment complex. Leaving the store, Trayvon Martin really had no reason on going to the apartment complex in the first place. He didn't take that way going to the store. Neither did you have to take that way coming back from the store. You feel me? Yeah, a lot of spreads. Being a lot of spreads. So I feel like when Trayvon Martin was leaving the store, as a young black man, I found myself doing a lot still to this day. Especially when I'm on the phone, I feel the type of way, my nigga. Instead of just going straight home, my nigga, I might just hit a few turns. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm enjoying this walk and this talk at the same time. So the way that Trayvon Martin is walking, he's walking as if he has no destination. So therefore, he's just wandering around and about, which sparks George Zimmerman's suspicion. Okay? Then whenever he sparks George Zimmerman's suspicions, George Zimmerman called 12. And then as he's talking to 12, he get out the car because he really thinks something suspicious about this guy. He has on a hoodie. He's black. This is a nice ass community. And it's already been reported that before this day happened, there has been breaking-ins and all type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? And if I live here, my nigga, I damn sure don't want my shit broken into. So, nigga, I finna be on ass about a lot of suspicious shit that I see. And on this night, I feel like George Zimmerman had suspicion of Trayvon Martin because Martin is not walking as if I'm going down here. I gotta go to the house. He's not walking with a destination. He is wandering about. There's nothing wrong with just wandering about. He was not in the wrong. But whenever George Zimmerman jumped out the car and started walking around looking for him, because the police asked him, what is you doing? He said, I'm trying to see if I can find him. The police officer said, no, don't do that. We don't need you to do that. I need you to go back to the car, Zimmerman. So that's when George Zimmerman was like, well, look, I'm gonna see if I can find, you know what I'm saying, the name of the street so I can tell you guys. So that was George Zimmerman's reason on continuing to walk further away from his car rather than to retreat and go inside his motherfucking car. But by this time, I already feel like Trayvon Martin already caught wind and suspicious of George Zimmerman too. So George Zimmerman suspicious of Trayvon Martin. And now I'm wandering around and about. And I got this motherfucker feel like he watching me. Or feel like he trying to follow me or some shit. So now Trayvon Martin picked up suspicion type shit. And being a young black male full of all that goddamn testosterone and shit, my nigga, I feel like Trayvon Martin approached him. The actual female who's on the phone with Trayvon Martin, she said that Trayvon Martin yelled out, "Why is you following me?" Okay. George Zimmerman said when Trayvon Martin approached him, he said something different. You know what I'm saying? So we know for a fact, George Zimmerman said that he was approached by Trayvon Martin, and the girl said that Trayvon Martin approached him and asked him, "Why is you following me?" So we know for a fact Trayvon Martin approached George Zimmerman at some moment, period of time. And I felt like at that time was the time Trayvon Martin probably struck the nigga. You feel what I'm saying? How many times have a nigga approached a nigga? Like, for example, let's say I approach a nigga, right? And I'll be like, nigga, what the fuck you got going on? If the nigga showed no signs of intimidation, and I feel like this nigga trying to stand back up on me, that's enough for me to just punch you, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Because I already feel like I'm in the right anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm questioning about some shit, my nigga, don't try to stand up on me, my nigga. And I felt like when Trayvon Martin asked him, they said, bro, why you following me? You know what I'm saying? George Zimmerman probably said some slick shit like, nigga, what? I don't know. But I felt like his response wasn't the response that Trayvon Martin wanted, and Trayvon Martin probably socked his ass. And right then and there, they started fighting. Brrr, started fighting. And then George Zimmerman just pulled out the motherfucking tool and popped his ass. That's what I feel like. And do I think that was Trayvon Martin's voice on the recorder? I don't believe that Trayvon Martin's voice on the recorder, only because where Trayvon Martin got shot at. Trayvon Martin got shot roughly around this region. He got shot. If a nigga punch you right here, my nigga, all the fucking wind in your lungs is gone. You ain't gonna have no fucking wind to even yell out anything. But this nigga was shot. I know fucking well he was doing no fucking yelling. I know fucking well he was not doing no fucking yelling. Getting shot in this region where he was shot at, he ain't had no fucking wind in his breath. That could not have been him. And people already recorded when it was on the phone, while this man was yelling, that's when the gunshots go off. And then the yell continues. And Moment you get shot right there, my nigga, you ain't doing no yelling. Your win is gone. Anybody who play football, you know this. And this nigga was shot though. So that's times 10. You ain't doing no breathing, my nigga. Come on, bro. In that case, was FBG Duck crawling around that ground yelling? And we know he got hit all type of ways in the fucking torso area. FBG Duck wasn't on the ground crawling and yelling. Nah, nigga, he moving around, struggling, trying to breathe. Man, come on, bro. I mean, come on, bro. Real street shit, bro. Bloggers ain't up here telling y'all shit like this here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if you really fucks around the streets, my nigga, simple things like this here, you know. I know that wasn't Trayvon Martin screaming, hollering for help. Because whenever he got shot, the nigga could not possibly have no fucking breath. And then again, whenever they went to the crime scene, he was already shot, pronounced dead. They took a picture of him. He was laid out with his mouth open, signifying he was struggling to breathe. He was doing no yelling. Let me hit this vape real quick. I feel like Trayvon Martin struck him. Was whooping his ass exactly how George Zimmerman said. And George Zimmerman pulled out a gun and shot him. And because of the stand your law ground, he won. But he's supposed to have lost because he wasn't standing his ground. He was, in fact, the aggressor. And if Trayvon Martin did not get killed, George Zimmerman could possibly still went to jail for motherfucking assault or whatever the case might have been, just off the simple fact, my nigga, you followed me. And I was in fear for my life. So I struck you. And the police told him, my nigga, to get back in your car. And you chose to continue to walk off. You followed him. You know what I'm saying? But again, because everything, I felt like it was played out. You know what I'm saying? And Precious did not help the case. So instead of charging him with murder, which they should have, because again, you followed this man. And we don't know how this man felt. He probably was intimidated. He probably was scared. He probably was fearful of his life. You know what I'm saying? He probably was going through all type of shit mentally. We don't fucking know, but we do know that you, at one point in time, you was following him. That was facts. You even said it yourself. But whenever you came across Trayvon Martin, instead of following him, you said, I was not necessarily following him. I was trying to find the address or the street that I was on, so therefore I can signal the police to come here to this, you know what I'm saying, this actual destination. And that's when, you know what I'm saying, he said Trayvon Martin approached him. So that's what I feel happened. You gotta understand, Trayvon Martin was one of them young badass niggas. Look at his tweets. I can damn near tell you what type of time he was on. You know what I'm saying? He had no problem with fighting. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them type of niggas. Then he from Florida. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on, bro. He was one of them type of niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like Trayvon Martin probably boom, beat his ass and the nigga pulled out the gun, boom, shot him. You know what I'm saying? As far as behind the scene goes, on how things was tampered with and played with, far as the outcome of the case and the reason why we had the outcome of the case and a non-guilty verdict, I really can't go into that because I don't know. But what I do feel like, it was some fugaziness. It was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because as a mother who lost her son, and it's a big-ass case, I'm going to make sure that the person that my son was actually talking to takes the fucking stand. And if she can't take the stand for whatever reason, whether she fear her life or whatever, that's okay. You don't have to take the stand. But I'm damn sure I ain't finna get a fake-ass witness to take the stand and possibly blow this whole motherfucking case. There's ways to go around and try to justify the reason why the girl is not on the stand right now. She young than the motherfucker. This is shell-shocking to her. But for you to go get a fake-ass individual such as Precious and throw that bitch on the stand and have her contradict every goddamn thing that she said before trial, during trial, and during pre-trial, don't look good, bro. And you cost us the whole motherfucking case. And you put M's in Black Lives Matter pockets. Real talk. If they would have got a guilty verdict, my nigga, that right there would have been the end of Black Lives Matter. Because then we would have been able to walk away from that fight saying, we got justice. We got justice. Even if George Zimmerman only got 5 years, we got justice. That's just how niggas is. We got justice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, whenever that nigga who killed George Floyd got a guilty verdict, The first thing we start saying, we got justice. Al Sharpton, we got justice. Nigga, we don't even fucking know how much time they finna give this nigga, but you talking about fucking justice. No, nigga, we don't get no justice. Just because the white folks give us a goddamn banana, what about the other time when we was starving, my nigga? What about last week, nigga, we ain't eat shit? What about last year, nigga, that whole year we wasn't eating shit? But because today these motherfuckers decide to give us a banana, my nigga, they doing something right now. Nah, fuck that, my nigga. It's so many goddamn people who end up killed behind this flabbergasting bullshit, my nigga, and justice has yet to reveal. We ain't gonna get no justice till everybody get justice, my nigga. Like Mo 3 said, my nigga, it ain't no mercy till it hurt. It ain't no mercy until it hurt, my nigga. Yeah, Al Sharpton was in the same situation back in the Gap. He was in the same situation. He was supporting a motherfucking black family, and the black family was lying about every fucking thing, and he knew it. Type shit. Yeah, he was in the same situation. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Black folks, us as black people, bro, we have no real leader, my nigga. After Malcolm X, there was no more. And Malcolm X was killed by the Nation of Islam. Fuck what you heard. And disappointment because Malcolm X's daughter always going on motherfucking camera talking about the Nation of Islam had nothing to do with the death of her father. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm gonna keep you the bean, bro. When Malcolm X was killed, bro, Malcolm X went to Africa. He ended up leaving the Nation of Islam, going to Africa. The Nation of Islam wanted to kill Malcolm X. But before they go out and kill Malcolm X, they got to get the green light from 12. They got to get the green light from the government. But the government is not trying to give out the green light at this moment. Malcolm X goes to Africa. He meet with the real leaders in Africa. And then he presents to the leaders the problem that African Americans is facing in America, as far as with these white folks and this racism and shit. Okay? That's when a nigga named DePinto told him, I say, look, my nigga, how about you just go to the UN and tell the UN what the fuck y'all got going on in America? Type shit. The UN would then force America to change their laws, which is something that America did not want. So when Malcolm X came back to America in February, the month of February, he ended up dead. That's when 12 gave the Nation of Islam the green light. But if I'm gonna give you one, you gotta give me some too, though, my nigga. So if you go out and kill this nigga, though, right here, I'm gonna need somebody. You gotta give me somebody. That's how come out of the 3 people who was arrested for the death of Malcolm X, 2 of them wasn't even there whenever Malcolm X got killed. There's only one of them who was arrested, and he got caught on the scene type shit. And then 3 days after Malcolm X died, DePinto died. Why? Because nigga, you was the nigga who finna direct this nigga to the UN. Malcolm X died in February. 3 days afterwards, DePinto ended up dying in Africa. True story. The government did that shit, but the government gave the NOI the green light to do that shit. You know what I'm talking about? And then Martin Luther King. What's that nigga name? What's that nigga name? I am somebody. What's that nigga name? That's his phrase. I am somebody. What's that nigga name? Somebody hit me with his name, please. Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson. Martin Luther King went to the motel. His original motel room was downstairs. Jesse Jackson went there and rearranged his room from being downstairs to upstairs, just so that the sniper can get a clear shot at his ass. True fucking story. So when Martin Luther King comes inside the motel, my nigga, they took his ass straight upstairs. It was Jesse Jackson who rearranged him from being downstairs to upstairs. Why? On this very fucking day that he just so happened to lose his life. Why? So they took him from downstairs to upstairs that very same day. Martin Luther King, he outside, they doing whatever the fuck they doing, and then boom, killed him. But he didn't die where they said that the sniper was at. Because after he got killed, the very next day they went out there and they cut down some trees. And behind them trees was a building with a whole bunch of windows. And there what they said the sniper was. You know what I'm saying? To throw off the ballistics of the case. You feel what I'm saying? So we don't have if we don't have the accurate position that the sniper was at, then we really don't have no accurate case. If I can't tell you this man was in front of you or behind you, then we really don't have no case. All that I can say was it was a rifle. You know what I'm saying? So what they did was after they killed Martin Luther King, they cut down the motherfucking trees and said, look, the sniper was really over here. But the sniper could not have been over there because at that time when Martin Luther King got killed, it was blocked by some trees. Was that, but we know for sure the sniper was not in the building that they said that he was in. And neither did the person who they said killed Martin Luther King actually killed him. Martin Luther King, they missed. When they shot Martin Luther King, my nigga, they hit Martin Luther King, it grazed his chin and it went through the very front, the very top of his shoulder. He was gonna live. It's chipped his chin and went inside his shoulder and came right the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? He goes to the hospital. At the hospital, that's where they kill his ass at. You know what I'm saying? They ordered for everybody to get the fuck out the room, and they suffocated his ass. And the only person who stood by the door was a nurse who later came out and reported it after so many years later. And she said that they spit on his ass and they put the pillow over his face and they suffocated his ass till he died. You know what I'm saying? And when they walked out, we went in and we pronounced him dead. You feel what I'm saying? These are facts. I'm basically just saying, my nigga, the black leaders that we did have was all killed by another nigga. And then after them, my nigga, we don't have no more now. Everybody motive is money. Everybody is money motivated. You know what I'm saying? And everything is about $1. So if I walk down the street and I get this homeless man $1, and if I can't win $5 back, then nigga, you ain't finna get no dollar. Cause I'm not out here trying to help motherfuckers just because, my nigga, I'm helping motherfuckers for a profit. And that's what the fuck Black Lives Matter is. Hold it, wait a minute. As far as with Dick Gregory, hold it, wait a minute. I love Dick Gregory. I fucks with Dick Gregory. He a great philosopher. He even a fucking great comedian. You know what I'm saying? But Dick Gregory, at the same time, he is for all black organizations and all black movements. So whenever he see the negative inside of a black organization or not publicly expose any black organization or movement because he just pro-black like that. So whenever he was expressing his feelings and thoughts about the death of Malcolm X, he always insinuated it was just the government. The government. Why? Because he don't want to shed no negative light on any black people. And that's the only thing I hate about the nigga. You feel? I mean, not black people, but black organizations of such. You know what I'm saying? But far as calling people on their bullshit, yes, he does that. He did that many times on many different interviews on many different platforms. But what I'm just saying is sometimes he just turned a deaf ear to the truth. And that's what I did not like. Because himself, he even denied that Martin Luther King was set up and purposely killed by one of his own people. He purposely denied that Malcolm X got assassinated by the Nation of Islam with the permission of the fucking FBI. Minister Farrakhan's son is married to a white woman. Wow. I mean, shit, damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. And shit, Minister Farrakhan, he been telling us for years that they got rid of Malcolm X's ass. Yeah, he be telling us for years. Louis Farrakhan, I'm finna get to that right now. Put this phone on the charger. Louis Farrakhan, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't like Louis Farrakhan, but I can understand how easy it is to get manipulated, to be manipulated by Louis Farrakhan because he real great with his words. You know what I'm saying? Not only he's just real great at what it is that he do. He can easily convince a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And back in those times, whenever you were part of the Nation of Islam, black men not having no identity, not having no place in this world, and etc. You know what I'm saying? At that time, black people were so vulnerable. It was so easy for them to just believe some shit that just sounds good. You know what I'm saying? The Nation of Islam was never where it was at. Never was what it be. They not even real Muslims. But anyway, going back to Louis Farrakhan. Still to this day, you know what I'm saying? Like the Nation of Islam end up dying at some point in a period of time after the death of Elijah Poole. I'm gonna call him Elijah Poole, not Elijah Muhammad, but Elijah Poole. After the death of Elijah Poole, the Nation of Islam died for a moment. And then that's when Louis Farrakhan picked it back up and carried the thing on his back. And it became bigger than it has ever been. That's the work of Louis Farrakhan. His work ethic is crazy. He is a great manipulator. He is a great finesser. He is a great teacher, talker, and all of that. But I don't feel like he any different from Elijah Poole. I don't feel like he any different. I don't feel like he any different from Elijah Poole. And if you know anything about the Nation of Islam, whenever I want to say like in the early 50s, in the late 50s, early 60s, I want to say late 50s, like 56, 57, 1956, 57. It probably was around that time, I want to say. But a black man from the Nation of Islam who was a part of a chapter in California, Los Angeles, California. All right, so look, it was a Nation of Islam dude that was a part of a chapter in California. He ended up getting his ass whooped and beat by police. So that's when a lot of people who was there at that time, they had a whole fucking uproar. A whole lot of niggas who was standing by seeing this shit, they started fucking fighting the police. You know what I'm saying? They had like a big ass thing out there that day. Malcolm X was on some shit like, my nigga, we should go down there and help fight. Elijah Poole was like, my nigga, if we go down and help fight, my nigga, just think about how many niggas I'm gonna have to bond out. Think about how much money I'm gonna have to spend. You feel what I'm saying? So Elijah Poole was thinking more financial. Malcolm X was thinking more so for the people. I have yet to see Louis Farrakhan actually do anything for the community, for the people. I have yet to see any of that shit. Elijah Poole, when Elijah Poole was in order, he done nothing. Like there have been many a time where shit pop off and he done nothing to help the black people. Elijah Poole was in connection with the Nazi parties of America. He was connected with the Nazi Party of America. I'm gonna say that one more time. Elijah Poole was connected with the Nazi Party of America. Malcolm X even said it in his biography that they used to go and they used to do deals with the KKK. They would do financial deals with the KKK. The KKK might be selling a building that they might want to make a part of the Nation of Islam, like far as where they go to teach and shit like that. And they will go to the KKK and they will, you know what I'm saying, bargain with each other. And they will pay type shit. They not paying to buy this motherfucker. They be paying the rent. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, there's times where they go back and forth and constantly see each other, constantly do business. So the Nation of Islam and the Nazi Party of America, that's the name of it, the Nazi Party of America, they will frequently do business with each other. And this is no secret to those who was in high rankings of the Nation of Islam. Because those who was joining the Nation of Islam, those who just Muslims, I guess you could say. Not those who was behind the scenes, but those who just Muslims. They was not aware of none of this. It was only the members who was behind the scene, such as Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, motherfucking Elijah Poole, and other individuals. You know what I'm saying? But they used to do business with white supremacists. They used to do business with white supremacists, which is no surprise that they gave that the government gave them the okay to assassinate Malcolm X. But I believe whenever the government said, "Look, we're gonna allow you to kill this nigga because we want this nigga going," but if we allow this to happen, you're gonna have to give us somebody. And that's how come the two men who was accused of killing Malcolm X, who was not even involved or was there at the time of the death of Malcolm X, they was railroaded and did not receive any support from the Nation of Islam whatsoever. And one of the men who was involved, because it was 3 people who was arrested, 2 was innocent, 1 was actually involved. One of the men who was involved, he even told them, "Hey, look, these 2 niggas wasn't even there." The people who killed Malcolm X was from chapters of Jersey. They had niggas from Jersey come out here and whack his ass. You feel what I'm saying? True story. But instead, they got two people who was part of another chapter in another state, which was New York, and they railroaded them niggas. And the Nation of Islam, you didn't support. You didn't support. You cannot tell me any valid reason why y'all didn't support none of the three. When years later, in the early 1990s, I want to say like what, 1990, 1991, years after Malcolm X died, Louis Farrakhan expressed on what it is that they do with traitors. Did you bathe Malcolm? Did you put Malcolm up before the world? Did you teach Malcolm? Did you feed Malcolm? So if you didn't do all the things for Malcolm, how can you tell me what it is that we should or we should not do to Malcolm? So what business is it of yours? Basically, what he was insinuating was it was the Nation of Islam who built Malcolm. And because Malcolm turned his back on the nation that built his ass, whatever we decide to do with this nigga, whether X his ass out or not, my nigga, it's none of y'all business. That's exactly what the fuck he was talking about. The Fred Hammond situation. I ain't gonna even lie to you, fam. I don't even know nothing about that case. I never even heard of no Fred Hammond. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna even lie. Yeah. Hey, hold it real quick. Hold it real quick. All right, everybody back on. Oh, yeah, not Hampton, but Hammond. Yeah, I don't even know that person. I must say you gotta do your research. Yeah, I probably do need to research that guy. Somebody said, tell me about Tupac, that all really matters. Oh! Okay. So now I know you're talking about when you put the Black Panther on it. Now I know exactly who you're talking about. Fran Hammond. All right, part of the Black Panther. Matter of fact, he was young as fuck. He was 21 years old, and he was what was it? He carried a very fucking high rank, one of the highest rank, at the age of 21. That man, look, that right there says it all by itself. Nigga, you fucking 21 and you making all of this motherfucking noise. I can't fathom what the fuck you would be doing at the age of 35. I can't fathom the changes that you would make at the age of 35 when you're already enforcing some shit at 21. We gotta knock this nigga off. And that was the same time J. Edgar Hoover was doing his thing in the FBI. And J. Edgar Hoover said this publicly. The biggest thing that America do not need is a powerful black organization. That's one thing we don't need. That comes from the words of a racist motherfucker from the South. Like I said, we gonna tell you, they gonna tell you exactly how they feel. If we get a whole bunch of niggas together and them motherfuckers organize, my nigga, that's something we don't need. It's not that we can't do it. I mean, now I doubt if we can, but it's not that we couldn't do it. It's the fact that if this shit were to actually happen and work, nigga, we in shit right now, my nigga. We in shit oil, my nigga. So that's something we don't want. So they had to knock his ass off soon as they did, bro. They killed him at 21, bro. He had a very fucking short life. A very fucking short life. And then the baby mama, I don't know what type of shit she was on. Because whenever he died, she was pregnant on some shit. And then she gonna give birth. Instead of giving the baby his last name, she gonna get the baby her last name. And then years later, you know what I'm saying? Years later, then she gonna fuck around. When the baby turned like 10, 12, 15 years old, then she gonna turn around and want to change his last name to his last name. You know what I'm saying? Now that he kicked up some dust. Now his death actually means something now and kicking up some dust. She wanna get a baby his last. I'm like, what the fuck you had going on, bitch? You feel me? But yeah, I know about that situation. I mean, I know as far as that, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga was kicking up some dust. And the thing is, like, he wasn't racist. He was just pro-black. And he understood the power of numbers when it comes down to the people. So when Black Panthers talking about the people, They not talking about just black. They actually talking about the people. They like you know what I'm saying, they really was headed towards equality. That's what they main fight. Their main focus was equality. We just as equal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They formed the motherfucking Rainbow Coalition. I think that's what they call it, the Rainbow Coalition. They was doing business with other races, with other white people. You know what I'm saying? Try to bring in this equality. You had white people on the forefront helping with the Black Panthers. Black Panthers has never been, that's one thing that pissed me off though. You would never see no white KKK. You would never see no white Aryan Brotherhood. You would never see no, I mean, I said white. You would never see no black KKK, no black Aryan Brotherhood. You never see no black Mexican Mafia. You would never see no black fucking nigga part of an Asian gang. You know what I'm saying? You would never see none of that shit. But with black folks, we so goddamn acceptive. You got white bloods, Mexican bloods, Asian bloods. Nigga, you got bloods. Nigga, you got Arabs claiming bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? We is so accepting to all fucking races, and we is the first one to being shunned the fuck out whenever we trying to sign up for the Mexican Mafia. Whenever we trying to sign up for the KKK. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, though. But yeah, that's they was headed towards, bro. They was always headed towards, you know what I'm saying, equality. You know what I'm saying? As far as Tupac goes, my nigga, I'm a big Tupac head. I'm a Tupac fanatic. You can't miss me on no Tupac song. You can't miss me on no Tupac situations or nothing. I know everything about everything. I know what time this nigga died and everything. True story. The thing is about Tupac, my nigga. The thing is about Tupac. Tupac died trying to gang bang and prove a point. His mother was a part of the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? He understood about the black growth and black unity and all the other good shit. But at the same time, Tupac wasn't always just for black people. You know what I'm saying? At some point in period of time, he was actually fucking with white women. Dealing with white women on serious relations. But ain't nothing wrong with that. That don't mean that you're not for the people. But at the same time, though, this whole outlook on black families and building a black community, you cannot do that with a white woman or a Mexican woman. But at the same time, my nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, the biggest you was and what you stood for, my nigga, at the end of the day, my nigga, you died behind some senseless ass shit. A nigga running around here stealing death row chains. So what it is that you do is, you at a motherfucking Tyson fight, a nigga whispering in your ear, I say, that's that nigga right there who tried to take my chain at the mall that day. So Tupac taking the bonks himself, hit the nigga Orlando Anderson, and then boom, a whole fight break out. Orlando Anderson fucking around and come around the corner, creep up on him. Hours or so later, end up gunning down Tupac in a goddamn car right next to Suge. You know what I'm saying? It was just simple as that. It was crazy and it was senseless. You feel me? That shit just crazy. Zimmerman mind's not twisted. Zimmerman is like another Charleston White. They know what the fuck they doing. Before the trial, George Zimmerman wasn't doing no talking too much to the media. Only time he did talk, he had a lawyer present, and he was just taking us down memory lane about exactly what happened that night whenever he killed Trayvon. Okay. After the trial, years after the trial, that's when he started showing some boastness, you know what I'm saying, bragging and doing all that unnecessary ass shit, racking up attention, basically. He did try to sue the parents, just racking up attention, okay. But he just doing all that shit for attention. He fucked around and sold his gun for like so much money, and a racist ass white person bought it off of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that though. But like his mind's not twisted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now we living in an era that attention pays, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get your attention, my nigga, and I can rack up some views, I can get some money. You know what I'm saying? So he's just doing shit for attention, man. He know exactly what the fuck he doing. You said LAPD had anything to do with what? Oh, Tupac death? What I can say is, as far as Tupac death, right? I don't feel like LAPD had anything to do with it, but LAPD did not do what they supposed to have done with it to solve the motherfucking case only because they didn't care. And plus, it happened in Las Vegas, so this not even L.A. It's not even LAPD. This is a whole nother county. This is a whole nother area that's taking care of this case. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, like whenever Tupac got killed, the first thing you do is you go back to the actual scene where the gunshots was fired at. I understand because it was on a busy street in Las Vegas, it's gonna be hard to round up all the shells and etc. though, but any shell that we can find right now can help us. You know what I'm saying? It can tell us a lot about the gun that shot him. You know what I'm saying? Right along with the bullets that they recovered inside Tupac body. You know what I'm saying? So like you can like you supposed to trace back all that. Put a stop to all traffic. Like you supposed to do your homework. You feel what I'm saying? But instead, what they did was they took Tupac, put him in the ambulance, shot his ass to the hospital, and they questioned everybody that was on the scene that was with Tupac. And them motherfuckers ain't know no more than what Tupac knew. Cause the shit happened so goddamn fast. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all what they did. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people know. Hey, this Crip Matt 55, who is this? Yeah. Trayvon Martin, that is amazing. But yeah, they didn't do what they supposed to do to actually help solve the case. So the case never went solved. Then whenever the motherfucker who killed Tupac ended up dying years later, you know what I'm saying? That was it. That was over with. Same thing with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take the proper measures to solve the case. You know what I'm saying? And Trayvon Martin, Day, yeah, he is a Mason. The ankle, the MC is Tupac. Who's that? No, but look, this is what's crazy though. The person, whenever Biggie got killed, there was one police officer, if I'm not mistaken. I think one police officer who was working inside death row, who was a police officer, and he was part of the Mob Piru, and he was also doing illegal activities. And I want to say that they said that he was the one who gave the car. Like he had some type of dealing with helping getting Biggie killed type shit. But far as LAPD actually being in on it, no. If anything, I feel like LAPD probably found out some shit and probably gave it the deaf ear. Or just did not do a thorough investigation. But far as being a part in it, actually setting it up, getting the motherfucking gone, I don't think so. But I do feel like after the shit was happening, they didn't even play their part to help solve the motherfucking case. For whatever reason, I don't know. It could be some behind some music industry type shit. Think about it. Whenever Tupac and Biggie died, gangster rap changed completely. Biggie died in 97, Pac died in 96. 3 years later, we in 2000. The music era changed. It was not the fucking same. We went from Who Shot Y'all, Separate the Roof from the Ops, Bleed Hard, The Creek from Brooklyn Streets. We went from that to right there, right there, but just talking that I ain't heard. We went from Ja Rule, all of those rainy days, spending that time. Like the music era just changed completely. So they could have just been on some music shit. Like then we finna go ahead and knock these two motherfuckers off, and we finna go ahead and change this era. You know what I'm talking about? So long as music era constantly changing, it brings us to what we at now. 12 years expand. In 2000, we was jamming Missy Elliott, Aaliyah, Ja Rule, Nelly, R. Kelly, Jaheim. Do y'all remember that wave of music? 12 years later, my nigga, now we drilling. We drill rapping. The last time I actually heard an R&B classic, my nigga, being dropped, nigga, I want to say like in 09? 09 maybe? Because in 09, nigga, we were still going to house parties and grinding on bitches. So I want to say like in 09 was the last time I really heard like some, you know what I'm saying, some I love you type music. But nigga, since then, bro, like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? It could just been on some music shit. You know what I'm saying? Because long as Biggie and Tupac was around, you know what I'm saying, that gangster shit would have went into the early 2000s. And it would still been popular, I feel like. Which would have then took us longer to get to where we at now, to where we got rappers wearing dresses and shit. I mean, I don't know. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's not even my opinion. That's just food for thought. I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is about Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, he ain't dumb. He know what he can do. He know what he can't do, and he stay away from the shit that he can't do. Anything he has no control over, he stay away from. Think about it. After Tupac died, my nigga, this nigga ran from death row and went to Louisiana and signed with Master P. Whenever he in a situation he has no control over, my nigga, he runs, he flees, he get the fuck out of there. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why Snoop Dogg been around for so long, and that's why he loved the way that he is. That's how come so many people love and fuck with Snoop Dogg. It's because, you know what I'm saying, he know how to maneuver, he know how to network, he know what those he can go inside of, and he knows those to stay away from. So for him to buy Death Row royalties, it tells me that Death Row probably ain't gonna be another Death Row. I can almost guarantee you that. It's just another revenue to make a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put a couple niggas from the city on type shit, get their voice out there type shit, probably make a few dollars out of their names type shit, but I guarantee you we probably would never hear of no fucking big artist coming out of Death Row. Now that Snoop Dogg owned it, we ain't gonna hear no fucking no Roddy Wave. I mean no Rod Rich, no Roddy Rich, whatever his name is. We ain't gonna hear none of them. We ain't gonna hear nothing jamming out of Death Row. And if we do, he probably be the only motherfucker coming out type shit. Like, I don't know. I don't see it. So the police told him don't pursue. Why didn't he listen? You talking about George Zimmerman? You talking about George Zimmerman? Said Snoop better hope Suge don't try to stop him. Suge locked up for life. But Suge was locked up whenever he paid for the hit of Biggie. Y'all don't know that, do y'all? Suge Knight was locked up. His Suge Knight baby mama would come in and lie and say that she was his lawyer. So they can have confidential visits. You know what I'm saying? So therefore their visit cannot be monitored or listened to on the inside, nothing like that. And they also able to have contact. You know what I'm saying? So it was there that that's when Suge Knight told the baby mama and say, look, get in contact with so-and-so. Tell so-and-so I need a favor from him. And tell him I need that situation handled as far as with Biggie. So that's when the baby mama went back, told, you know what I'm saying, delayed the message, went back, visit Suge again. And then that's when Suge told her, hey, look, go to the bank account, withdraw this type of money, give him this, and you keep this for yourself type shit. And then Suge Knight also provided the car. And that's where I think the car came from. I think the car was provided by one of the men who worked for the LAPD at that time. Because you got Reggie Wright Jr. over there too. Reggie Wright Jr., he part of the LAPD too. That nigga crooked than a motherfucker. In fact, I don't know how true this is, but I saw an interview. It was a black man who was at death row. He was a security guard. He said that he heard from Reggie Wright Jr. walkie-talkie saying, got him. He said that. His whole narration was towards Reggie Wright Jr. was involved in the death of Tupac. Not gonna say only because, but mainly because of the walkie-talkie. Right when Tupac got shot, he heard it from Reggie Wright Jr. walkie-talkie, got him. And then on top of that, Reggie Wright Jr., who was the head of security, told all the securities the night that Tupac died, none of y'all bring y'all weapons. None of y'all is allowed to have a weapon. Do not bring y'all weapons. Why not? On the very same night, that's the thing I'm talking about, bro. Why shit keep happening on the night motherfuckers dies? Why do Draco go to this goddamn concert and they tell him, nigga, you only can bring so many niggas with you, then boom, he end up dead? Why do Reggie Wright Jr. tell all the security guards you can't bring your guns with you, then later on that night, boom, Tupac dead? How come P. Diddy was acting so fucking crazy that whole goddamn night and then decided, and Gene, whatever the fuck your name is, my nigga, why the fuck did you tell the driver to go past the goddamn red light? He said go past the first 2 red light, Floyd. Why? Why? Boom, Biggie dead. Some more niggas. Easy situation. Oh my God. Easy. Y'all heard about the Easy situation? Hold up real quick. I'm gonna talk to y'all tonight. All right, so look. Easy situation. We're gonna go down through that tonight. Y'all rocking with me, I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all get y'all weed, y'all get y'all liquor, y'all get y'all drinks. Oh, Draco the ruler. Draco the ruler, I was just basically saying Draco the ruler, like it's crazy. How come the security tells him he only allowed to bring so many people, and then boom, he end up dead? But Eazy-E situation. Let's talk about Eazy-E real quick. Eazy-E, he died of AIDS, allegedly. I am familiar with the HIV virus. I'm finna get on. I'm familiar with the AIDS virus. Only because, you know what I'm saying, I was just so curious about it, and I couldn't understand how do this affect the immune system the way that it does, and why does it does this. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them curious ass niggas, I guess you could say. Nothing major. But the thing is, Eazy, he died of HIV. Okay? Before he had HIV and AIDS, he already had bronchitis, asthma. His lungs wasn't at his best. You feel me? Yeah, this right here with a nigga smoking on right here, boy. If I put that bitch in the light, but look, this ain't no show and tell. I don't even know why I'm doing all that. Finna just roll this motherfucker. So look, for educational purposes, that's why I showed y'all that for educational purposes. You gotta know what you're smoking. Gots to. You feel what I'm saying? But look, Eazy-E, how in the hell can you have HIV and HIV progress to AIDS and you not affect any woman that you pregnated in that moment period of time? You know how many bitches he pregnated in that moment period of time whenever he contracted HIV or had HIV? None of the baby mamas, not the wife, no mistresses, nobody ever came forward and said Eazy-E gave them AIDS. Which is something I find weird. All right. Now, the thing is about the HIV and AIDS, right? For example, let's say you go sleep with a woman or a woman. Let's go say you sleep with a man and he HIV positive. You lay down with him, you sleep with him. When you get back up, you decide to go to the clinic that very same day. It's not going to show up. It's not going to show up positive. You ain't going to come out with a positive test because it takes time for this virus to enter into your immune system and to reproduce itself. So therefore, you could come out with an accurate test to say that you was positive after sleeping with this person that was HIV positive. Okay? So how many times do somebody go get tested every 3 months, right? Go get tested. Their first test come out negative. And they still sleeping with that one partner. And then the next 3 months come along, then they get tested again, then they hit with a positive test, and they took by surprise, and they were like, hold on, wait a minute, how did I get a positive test when the last past 6 months I've been sleeping with the same person? And 3 months ago when I got tested, I came out negative. You know what I'm saying? They're just to inform y'all on how the virus take its course inside your bloodstream and then eventually produce itself into enough numbers so therefore you can get a positive test. But is at this moment a period of time, whenever the virus is undetected, is when you pass it on. This is when you pass that shit on. And HIV and Eazy died of AIDS, meaning you had this HIV virus for some time. You had this HIV virus for a long time before this motherfucker to develop from HIV into AIDS. And again, you didn't affect anybody. You didn't affect anybody at all. To me, if you ask me, how did Eazy die? I'm gonna say Eazy died from COVID-19. He had the fucking same symptoms as motherfuckers had when they had COVID-19. How do I not know that y'all was testing this COVID-19 out on motherfuckers and Eazy was one of the motherfuckers who didn't make it? I'm not a conspiracist, but it just makes sense to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because when Eazy went in, bro, why did he go into the hospital in the first place? But shit, he had a hard time breathing. He already got a history of bronchitis. He got a history of asthma. So you got a history of bronchitis, you got a history of asthma, and then you come into me and you telling me that you can't breathe. So I decided to give you an HIV and AIDS test. When you already got a history of not having good lungs. So what possessed me as your doctor to give you an HIV and AIDS test when you come in here for complications of breathing? Last time I told the doctor I couldn't breathe, he gave me a COVID-19 test. Stick the shit up your nose, nigga. Got real sick when he was in New York, talking to Ice Cube and shit. But he was already coughing then. Go to California. He in the studio. They telling him, hey, come in the booth and drop this track. Eazy said, yeah, I got you. Give me a minute. They catch this nigga in the hallway laying down, barely able to breathe. Hey, so they took his ass to the doctor. When they took him to the doctor, Eazy was in the hospital for a little bit. Boom, he comes out. This time, whenever he comes out, his breathing do not get better. People say that some people say that his breathing got better only because he was released from the hospital. But after released from the hospital, his breathing did not progress. His breathing did not get any better. All right, this is Eazy we talking about. Then he finds himself back at the hospital, and now he is HIV positive. HIV, not AIDS yet. HIV positive. He get released from the hospital, only to find himself back in the hospital that same month. Now he's HIV positive. Now he's AIDS positive. Now he got full-blown AIDS. So for you to tell me, okay, we just tested this man, he was HIV positive. Now we testing him again, now he positive for AIDS. Meaning, nigga, you had HIV for a while now, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You was HIV positive. You were HIV positive for a long motherfucking time. For a long motherfucking time. And again, you ain't affect nobody. Tamika Mowry, what the fuck her name is, she ain't got it. And she was pregnant too. Your child ain't got it. And before then, we found another bitch who was pregnant around the same time Tamika was pregnant. She ain't got it. Her child ain't got it. Eazy was very sexually active. Nobody got it. And DJ Yella even said it, bro. Like me and Eazy-E, we used to share bitches. We used to pass bitches around. DJ Yella, you ain't got it? Out of all them hoes, you just admitted to fucking behind Eazy? You ain't got it? Eazy-E didn't die from no AIDS, bro. I don't believe that. I don't believe he died from AIDS. I don't believe he died from AIDS. But what did happen was whenever he was in the hospital at some moment period of time, you know what I'm saying, he had a cardiac arrest, which is very common for patients who can't breathe. Because if you can't breathe, you're not, you know what I'm saying, your organs and everything is not getting enough oxygen, shit is failing, your heart is overworking itself, and then eventually your heart gonna give out. Which is common for patients with COVID-19. I'm not saying he had COVID-19. I'm just saying that's what it sounded like. It sounded more so like that than HIV. That's just my opinion, though. You feel what I'm saying? And then another thing too, right? They said there was a nigga. He said, Mexican nigga too. He ended up dying 2 years later. But he said that the day before Eazy passed away, him and Eazy was talking on the phone, and he told Eazy, he said, "Look, bro, I need you. Something just don't feel right, so I'm gonna need you and all your homeboys to come to the hospital tomorrow, and I need y'all to come and get me. Fuck all that, nigga. I need y'all to come and get me. I need y'all to take me up out this bitch." And then the very next day, that night, Eazy ended up in a coma, and the very next day, he ended up passing away. Why do things happen at a according time to make things look suspicious? I'm gonna tell you why, because some suspicious shit about it. Whenever a female tell you, "No, baby, it's not what it looks like," whenever you see some shit and you be like, "Okay, so why did you do that?" And then she gave you a fucked up response. I'm like, okay, well, according to your response, that still don't justify why you just did that. That sounds fishy. Most of the time, nigga, it is fishy. Just some fishy ass shit. Same thing with you niggas. You know what I'm saying? So females, if y'all see some fishy shit and y'all speak up on it, and the nigga ain't giving you a fucking answer that really makes sense to what to support his fucking his actions, 9 times out of 10, bro, it's some fishy shit. It's some fishy ass shit. Believe it. Cause if you don't believe it's no fishy shit, then you can't tell me King Von's situation was just supposed to happen and it wasn't nothing fishy about it. You can't say that. You feel me? That's just me though. Officer Francois, I think the nigga name was. Officer Francois. Crazy thing is, that's not even that boy original last name. He changed his last name to that. So you decided to change your last name to a name that just so happened to be called as an officer over the goddamn walkie-talkie. Do I believe he's an officer? No. Then again, he could be. But no, he ain't no fucking, he ain't no cop. He ain't no cop. The reason I say he ain't no cop is simply because YNW Melly right now is going to trial. Okay? So whenever YNW come out, that was a crazy ass case. But the thing is, him and his co-defendant is not folding on each other. I support that. I salute that shit. But at the end of the day, bro, that shit was crazy. But whenever the situation came down, YNW Melly killing his best friends and shit, the phone that he had in his possession at the time that he did that murder, or allegedly, at the time whenever that shit happened, they got rid of his actual phone. And they went and bought the nigga a new phone. So therefore, the police could not trace his location, the places that he went to before the actual scene and things like that. They knew he was on the scene. He called the police and told the police, yeah, somebody did a drive-by. We was all in the car together type shit. And that's when they checked the ballistics and they saw bullet holes from the inside going out. Meaning, Ain't nobody drive by and shoot this bitch up. Somebody on the inside shot this bitch up and shot these two men. But anyway, though, but they needed the phone. So Officer Francois, instead of, because you a cop, when you become a cop, nigga, you pledge under an oath. You feel what I'm saying? So as a cop, my nigga, if I have any fucking information that can help this case out whatsoever, my nigga, I must hand that shit over. I got to. I'm sorry. I have to. You feel what I'm saying? Gotta hand that shit over. But Officer Francois did not hand over or did not give them the old phone. Instead, he gave them the brand new phone that they just bought for the nigga, which does the police no fucking good. And the police know that this is not the exact same phone that was in his possession at the time of the crime. So if that nigga was a cop at that time, he would not been called Officer Francois at the time whenever King Von got killed. If they was calling his name. Cause bro, this look, I hate the fact that I am unable to make things look some type of way because it sounds good. But I'm just keeping the beam with y'all. I'm being honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it would be great for me to, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh yeah, he was a cop. Yeah, woo, woo, woo. And and it's all good for shits and giggles. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. He ain't no cop. He ain't no cop. He ain't a real nigga neither, though. He ain't no real nigga neither, though. You know what I'm saying? He is a scumbag. He is one of them. Yeah, he is one of them. And I said that was one of my first videos. I got over 500,000 views for that video. I was one of the first niggas. Everybody else was thinking it, though. Everybody else was feeling it, though. But I was the first nigga who came out and said, nigga, something fishy about that, nigga. My very first video, which gave me 1,000 subscribers. My very first video, which over 500,000 views. I got over 500,000 views on my first video. Real talk. And YouTube ain't paid me for it, but we ain't got to talk about that. We here to have a good time. We ain't gonna talk. Oh, shit. All right, so look. All right, so look, we here. I'm gonna roll down this window, man. It's snowing outside. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So, what was I talking about? Y'all help me. What was I talking about? I was about to make a good point. Somebody say you don't need the phone to get the info. No. What you fail to realize is you need the phone for various things. For various things. Where were you whenever you called these individuals? Where were these individuals whenever they call you? You need things of that such. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what brought y'all together. You know what I'm saying? We need to know the location. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? So we can be able to say that this was a premeditated murder. Because if we can't prove that you was willing these motherfuckers in and you got these people to these locations, then we can't prove that it was premeditated. This could have just been spontaneous. And in that case, my nigga, instead of first degree and we yelling death penalty, my nigga, you could walk away with a second or third degree. Because now your defense can be anything. So this is why you need a phone. You need a phone for many other different reasons too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, bro. Whenever you get arrested, the first thing 12 is gonna yell out is phone. Phone. You say you was where at what time? Okay, let's check his phone records. Check his phone records. So do you know so-and-so? So why would this person in your phone? So whenever you called your best friend, who did you call before him? And why? So now they want to interview them too to see your story check out. If we can find any cracks and creases in this motherfucker, man, we got it. That's how come if you a street nigga, you don't talk to the laws. Because nigga, you ain't finna put words in my mouth. You ain't gonna contradict shit that I say. And you ain't gonna make me look stupid. I don't want to talk. So whenever y'all arrest my ass and y'all book me, whenever I do get my lawyer, me and my lawyer, we gonna go down through there and see what it is that we can say to help my defense. But if I'm already down there already talking, then I might get back with my lawyer, and then my lawyer gonna tell me, like, bro, you went down there, you said this and that and third. I don't know why you said that, so I don't know how the fuck we gonna, you feel what I'm saying? But if you don't say nothing, my nigga, you and your lawyer can always come together and be like, okay, well, since you didn't say nothing, right, this is what we gonna say. And this is gonna be our defense. You feel what I'm saying? But when you already go down and get to talking, my nigga, you don't help the defense out at all. You feel me? So when the police asked to talk to me, I was like, hey, I wish to have my lawyer present. I tell you anything up the wazoo, but I wish to have my lawyer present. That's a right. They can't use that against you. That's a right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, though, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. That's a whole right. You know what I'm saying? Look, another thing too, right? You know what I'm saying? On this live right here, like I want to also teach y'all. I want to also not teach y'all, but tell y'all, please learn your rights. Please learn your motherfucking rights. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you on how many niggas get arrested on an everyday basis. Some I know, some we don't know, some in all 50 states. I can't express to y'all how many niggas get arrested, pulled over in a car or whatever, and do not know their rights and get arrested just off the strength of not knowing their rights. He probably mentioned Kanika Jenkins because she probably was back door. And that's the only thing he do is back door. That probably be the reason why he mentioned that. Nigga said Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. But Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty. Shiesty, a trickster, manipulator, a backstabber, an adversary, a motherfucker that don't nobody should want to get along with. And you just basically took this nigga name and said, got a song called Back Door. He said that nigga said some. Say that back door down there closed. I say it's back open. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, man. You telling me this nigga ain't a snake? Let me tell y'all something about this nigga Lil Durk, man. Okay? I don't like the nigga. I listen to him, but I listen to him in private. I would never jam him in no car. I'll never jam him in public places. I only jam him in my room, and that's it. I only can do two Durk songs at a time, no more. This nigga Durk, man, got his, said Mimo, chain on Durk, set the player for real. I don't like him either. Lil Durk got a cousin named Nusky. For those who probably don't know me or just probably just new to the channel, whatever, my nigga, I'm finna express to y'all right now the reason why I don't like this nigga. Okay? Everybody feel free for, you know what I'm saying, to comment, whatever you like. Hey, and I'm rocking with you. I appreciate that. Lil Durk got this cousin named Nusky. Him and Nusky was in a car together. They were sitting outside in the park. 051 Melly and another individual from 051 ran up, point the gun at the car. Lil Durk sees the shit before Nusky do. Jumps out the car and starts running. Leaving Nusky in the car by his motherfucking self. By the time he started firing. Nusky get hit. Simple reaction, Nusky put the car in drive, put his foot on the brakes and got the driving. End up passing away and a car wrecking in front of a fucking daycare building. Lil Durk tells the public that he was in the mall and he heard some gunshots. And then he decided to run outside and saw his cousin dead. First and foremost, what nigga sits outside in a motherfucking car while his partner going inside the mall? Even if I'm not finna buy nothing, my nigga, I might get a number. I'm going in there with you. You wasn't in no motherfucking mall, nigga. Yeah, it was probably y'all intentions after exiting the car together, probably, yeah. But nigga, y'all was in that motherfucking car together, nigga. And you want to say otherwise. Like, come on, man. The way the great nigga died, my nigga, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. So look, So look. Oh yeah, another thing too about Lil Durk, bro. You constantly making all these diss songs. You got your brother killed. You getting all these motherfuckers whacked. Lil Durk is the reason why it's BDs against GDs right now so heavily in the music industry, right? Lil Durk dropped a song called L's Anthem. All the BDs, all the GDs was like, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga Durk really go hard. You know what I'm saying? So he finna drop this song called The L's Anthem, my nigga. We finna, you know what I'm saying? We finna check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? We gonna bump this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at this time, the BDs and GD complex wasn't even all that much. Because they gotta keep thinking about it, bro. Whenever Larry Hoover went to prison and King David died, my nigga, there was no split between the BDs and the GDs. Everybody was still rocking. It wasn't until after their death, years later, the shit becomes like this. But shit wasn't even picked up like this on this level in Chicago until Lil Durk dropped L's Anthem. Whenever Lil Durk dropped L's Anthem, he dissed Brick Squad. Brick Squad, that's where Lil JoJo comes from. Okay? This when Lil JoJo come in the story. So whenever he dissed Brick Squad, that's when JoJo was like, man, fuck this nigga. I'm finna diss this nigga. And whenever he dissed the nigga, he took it to the utmost. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when he came out with BDK. Niggas claim 300, but we BDK. That's what's the response from the L's Anthem. And if Lil Durk would never even diss the L's Anthem, Lil JoJo would never came out with the BDK thing. There would never have been a BDK movement. You know what I'm saying? And it probably wouldn't even be no such thing as drill rap. You cause all this motherfucking commotion, my nigga, and you ain't getting your hands dirty, none. You cause all this goddamn commotion, my nigga, you ain't getting no payback for Nusky. You doing all this shit, my nigga, and you was the reason for your brother to be killed. Your brother been staying in Chicago. Your brother been doing this party shit. And your brother have not ever been a target. But the more you keep dissing, the more motherfucking money you make, the more you keep stunting on niggas, my nigga, and you're never in Chicago, and we can't get our hands on you, my nigga. Fuck it, we finna get your brother. That's exactly what the fuck happened. Hold up, but I was gonna talk about some other shit too. Somebody said some good shit. Oh yeah, the grave digger. So 051 Millie, the nigga who killed Nusky, Lil Durk cousin. Whenever Lil Durk got this song, he said, after one up, I ain't killed. After him, it ain't no fun. He was talking about 051 Millie. You know what I'm saying? In a response of Millie killing his cousin Nusky, right? So this nigga, 051 Millie, bro, this nigga, he either caught a lot of bodies, and bodies that he did not catch himself was also bodies that he set up. He arranged for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? On some backdoor shit. You know what I'm saying? And then other shit, he jumping out, pulling up on niggas and shooting niggas and shit. Like this nigga really was about his shit, right? He used to fuck with the clique. There was mainly Mickey Cobras, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was a whole bunch of Cobras or Black P-Stones. I'm not sure, but them niggas was under the 5. You know what I'm saying? He was a part of that clique, but he was like the only GD. Was GD or BD? GD? I think GD. Okay. He was the only GD. But he would also beef with other GDs, and at the same time, he would beef with BDs. He was really on some renegade shit. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody was basically his ops. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, 051 Millie ended up killing one of FBG Duck family members. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it came out that FBG Duck and 051 Millie at the same time, they related too. You know what I'm saying? They both got the same last name. Some shit like that. I don't know. So look, anyway, right? So look, 051 Millie, he attends to a party. Before he gets to this party, his homeboys call him up and tell him, they say, look, so-and-so gonna be here. So because so-and-so gonna be here, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna just tell you to fall back. Cause we really don't want no shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to fuck hoes, niggas trying to get high. Niggas don't want no commotion. You feel what I'm saying? And we damn sure don't want no commotion inside one of our houses. Cause look, think about it. This is a house party. So therefore, this is somebody that's gang. This is one of their houses. And we don't want no shit to get out of hand, bro. Like, come on. Don't nobody really want that. Especially at they partner house type shit. You feel me? So 051 Millie was like, nah, fuck that, I'm coming. Supposedly, 051 Millie was getting into it with another nigga over some shit. I think 051 Millie either shot up his mama's house or some shit like that, but they was constantly keep going back and forth with each other. But the thing is, the problem that they had with each other was only personal. because he a part of a clique that 051 Melly is affiliated with. Not a part of, but affiliated with. You feel what I'm saying? So there was no hostilities between 051 and this clique. You know what I'm saying? It just one nigga in this clique I got a problem with, but that's on some personal shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So they basically telling him, hey, look, one of our homeboys gonna be here. And because he is actually a part of this clique, and you was actually 051, we're gonna just tell you to fall back and just tell our partner just go ahead and kick it with it. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't choose, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to make this shit look like a choosing over nobody type shit. It's just trying to keep just trying to do what's right, I guess you could say, for the lack of a better word. 051 may say, nah, fuck it, I'm coming. So then they said at one point in a period of time, 051 Melly comes in the house, he rolling dice or whatever. He talking real greasy, he talking real reckless to a nigga and some shit like that. And then that's when one of the niggas comes out the party, he sees 051 Melly, pulls out the strap, boom, 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 get the ducking. Get the busting. They said 051 Melly fell, pissed on the shelf and all type of shit. Shit happens, bro. But my thing is, my nigga, that was never supposed to happen. Never. But niggas get comfortable. Niggas get comfortable. But I really want to say niggas get careless more so than comfortable. You know what I'm saying? As time progresses, man, these streets wear and tear on a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? And over time, motherfucker just become careless. I'm not comfortable with what it is I got going on. I just don't care as much. Type shit. Most of the time, the only thing that saves us in those positions is because most of the time whenever we become careless, we end up doing some shit and end up getting arrested. But sometimes nigga do some shit and end up dying and not being able to come back from that or shake back from that. But whenever you in that position, you end up getting arrested, then that's your moment, a period of time to get some sobriety, to get some understanding, to get some clear head, to get some awareness. You know what I'm talking about? Then that's when niggas look back and be like, man, I ain't gonna lie though, bro. Shit, 5 years ago before I locked up, bro, I really was on some other shit, bro. That's when niggas start acknowledging the bullshit that they was on. Man, of course, he cared more about Von only because that was the money. Let's keep it a bean, bro. Still to this day, my nigga, last month, he had a live. And he had a motherfucking poster of King Von with some money and some more shit. Fucking coming out on stage with sweaters and t-shirts and jackets. King Von face on that bitch. Got a motherfucking chain. V Roy on that bitch. You feel me? My nigga, you raising up more noise for fucking Von than you doing your own goddamn brother. Von, a Lil Durk is a Hollywood nigga. You can't fuck with no Hollywood nigga. A Hollywood nigga will really break your fucking heart, my nigga. And you gonna really thought you had a friend. I thought this nigga was my partner. He gonna charge me some shit that he know I ain't got full feature. I'm just saying though, bro. I'm just saying, bro. He one of them Hollywood niggas, bro. He cutthroat. He's cutthroat. I'm telling you, bro. He one of them type of niggas. But at the same time, though, they told you the difference between Von and Durk. Von was an actual assassin. Durk never was. Durk never caught a body. Okay? Von never let shit go. Durk dropped the situation the moment it happens and just make songs about it. Von want retaliation. Von want blood. You know what I'm talking about? Von don't mind getting his hand dirty. Von is in the streets. That's the reason why Von gave props to 051 Melly, which is the same nigga that just killed your man cousin. That he's still moaning and grieving over. Got a chain with the nigga name on it with a picture in the back and everything. So how could you give props to my motherfucking enemies? Give props to the nigga that you know I can't stand off the strength of what he did to my goddamn cousin. And give him props. Like, what the fuck? Now I put you on, nigga. What the fuck? How could you do some shit like that? What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's like the motherfucking president of Black Lives Matter coming out and getting impregnated by George Zimmerman. Nigga, what the fuck? How did this happen? What the fuck, nigga? How the fuck did this happen? Shit like that don't happen. That's what I'm saying. So for King Von to give 051 Melly his props tells me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real street nigga. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Von, I mean, I fuck with Lil Durk though, but on some real street shit, you know what I'm saying? I get props to 051 Melly. You feel what I'm saying? But if Lil Durk, if you was on your shit, 051 Melly so we were already supposed to been got erased. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I ain't gonna even say that though. But if Lil Durk was really on this shit, as a street nigga standing beside another thoroughbred street nigga, Von would have never even gave 051 Melly no props. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm standing next to a real thoroughbred nigga. But if I'm standing next to a fragile ass nigga, my nigga, I'ma say some things and not giving a fuck how he feel about it. You my man, true enough though. But when it come down to certain shit, my nigga, we just don't combine, my nigga. And when it come down to the street shit, Von and Durk was not the same. Durk became a Hollywood, like, when Von came in this motherfucker, Von was more so still on some street shit. Like, I'ma do what's real. I'ma stick to the code and the ethics and shit. Motherfucker, what's that nigga name? Little skinny ass nigga. Man, what's that nigga name? Crip nigga, skinny nigga, the one who was there when Von got killed. Quando Rondo. Whenever Quando Rondo and King Von first hit it off, Quando Rondo even said it, my nigga. He didn't even charge me for no feature. And I was like, big bro, that's some real shit, big bro. Cause I got my own people who won't even do no shit like that for me, big bro. You feel what I'm saying? So that showed me that, you know what I'm saying, King Von was, you know what I'm saying, he, you know what I'm saying, like type shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Everything is not about the money. You feel what I'm saying? Money gonna come. I'm getting that. So now everything is about the money type shit. At least not all the time. So it wasn't like that with King Von, obviously. You feel what I'm saying? And at that time, King Von was the more popping artist. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, he had all the right to charge Quando Rondo. It wasn't the other way around. Like King Von needed Quando Rondo future. Nah, nigga, you really need me because I'm really popping right now. You know what I'm saying? King Von started popping real fast and hurt because of his resume. If he didn't have no resume, King Von wouldn't even be a big ass topic today. But because he had a resume right along with his music, it made it that more interesting. And because he was actually saying something, he was talking about a event that actually happened, which made the shit all so entertaining and made a motherfucker want to watch. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just basically just saying that, like, my nigga, it's a major difference between King Von, you know what I'm saying, Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? Lil Durk called Nusky his twin. Your twin is basically an individual that is so similar to you, which is your everyday nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is my twin. Whenever you see him, you see me. King Von, his twin was Troy, T. Roy, whatever the fuck his name is. That was King Von's twin. You feel what I'm saying? Boom. Roy's dead. Boom. Nusky dead. Boom. Durk put Von on. Because you got the street credibility, you from Chicago and all this shit. You just be the murder case. You just be the some attempts and some assaults and some more shit, my nigga. For my image, we're gonna depict the picture that we closer. We closer than anything. Nigga, you my twin. That's when Lil Durk started calling Von his twin. Not on a consistent basis, though, but he has stated calling King Von a twin. But King Von never repeated this statement. King Von never went back and was like, yeah, it's twin. Nah, man, come on, bro. King Von, come on, bro. That wasn't even all that close. It wasn't even all that close. And think about it, bro. It was 3 people on that case in Georgia. It was King Von, Lil Durk, and it was another thing on that case in Georgia. They said 2 men fired. Lil Durk was not one of them niggas who fired. It was King Von and the other nigga. But only 2 people that we know and that we hear of constantly on that Georgia case before Von died is Lil Durk and Von. Only because those are two big popular names. You know what I'm saying? That's what the media gonna grab a hold to. But it was actually 3 people on that case. Facts. Actually people on that case. And another thing too, right? King Von, so like whenever King Von first died, my nigga, everybody kept running down on NBA Youngboy. Y'all was in the fucking wrong for that shit. I'm not even a Youngboy fan. I can't even tell you a fucking Youngboy song. I'm gonna keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? But because I was following King Von, it's the reason why I'm able to say what I'm finna say about NBA Youngboy. Okay? King Von came out. Youngboy was a bigger artist than King Von. King Von knew this shit. So he hit up Youngboy and he tried to get a feature from Youngboy, and Youngboy charged him half of the amount. Only because Youngboy really, I ain't gonna say really, but Youngboy liked it, or more so wanted, or didn't mind being on the song with Von. You know what I'm saying? So he dropped the price. They do a song together. Everything turns out good. Everything is fettuccine. Boom. So after Youngboy gets on the song, right? King Von name started popping a little bit more. Then now you started leaning towards being a Hollywood type nigga. So now you finna do some things for clout. Now you chasing clout. Now you finna say some crazy shit for clout. So he go on his IG live and he jamming the NBA Youngboy song, and then he said, "Young boy, all you got cap in your raps." Why this nigga capping? Why this nigga Youngboy capping? Nigga, you got cap in your raps. So instantly, whenever the Youngboy fans heard this shit, everybody started tagging in Youngboy. Whenever this shit first happened, my nigga, this shit was big. They blowing this shit out of proportion shit right there. So everybody was waiting to see what the fuck Youngboy finna say or do. So Youngboy don't say nothing. Youngboy don't even fucking respond to this shit, which took everybody by surprise. Cause like, what the fuck? When do Youngboy don't respond to some shit? What the fuck going on? It's a cold day in hell today. So then Youngboy told King Von take it a step further. Now you're like, this whole hell of a lot gooder. So King Von take it a little step further. So King Von started fucking with the motherfucking baby mama. Started fucking with Youngboy baby mama. Why did you do that? Now you picking a fight, my nigga. You is picking a fight, Von. You just dry say you got caps in the rap, and you just did business with this man. Okay. In that case, my nigga, why did you stop calling out other rappers after you called out NBA Youngboy? There's 1,000 other fucking rappers that we need to be calling out if we just gonna be calling people on their shit now. So now that you call them out, my nigga, you start fucking with the baby mama. Now you picking a fight, my nigga. So that's when Youngboy, that's when you got your response that you wanted from Youngboy. That's when you got that response. Okay? And Quando Rondo is NBA Youngboy little poodle. He gonna follow wherever the fuck NBA Youngboy goes. He is so fucking loyal. He ain't going no fucking where. His little poodle, Quando Rondo. And this even shows us this because, my nigga, I already knew that Quando Rondo was gonna go heels over heels, head over heels, over Youngboy dropped the strip. My nigga, like, nigga, they fought a whole goddamn security officer together. You feel what I'm saying? That shows you the motherfucking loyalty. That shows you the distance that this motherfucker is willing to go behind Youngboy. So whenever King Von start doing all these things towards Youngboy, and Youngboy give him a reaction, then that's when Quando Rondo already understood right then and there. Okay, so it's us against them. So that's when Quando Rondo started saying some shit out the side of his mouth, and it got back to King Von. So that's when King Von said, nigga, when I see you, I'ma slap you. Cause this beef is not even really with you, nigga. I'm really just picking on you know what I'm saying, your motherfucking leader. I'm really picking on your motherfucking trainer, your dog trainer. I'm really picking on him. But because you talking outside your mouth and you speaking on my name, nigga, when I see you, I'm gonna slap you. So boom. Hold up. Yeah, I have to make sure my phone don't down, yeah. So he said, yeah, so whenever I see you, I'm gonna slap you, right? So then boom, that's when King Von They go to the motherfucking spot. Boom. Everybody get out. King Von probably full of them pills, full of them XOs and shit. Just because you're on an XO don't mean you just always just You know what I'm saying? Some niggas get on the bean and just be chill type shit. And I feel like Von, he got that chill personality. I feel like he was one of them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So he in the back of the van chilling. You know what I'm saying? Probably made a few phone calls, whatever, right? So the niggas outside of the van sees Quando Rondo. King Von already made the statement, whenever I see you, I'ma slap you. I see this nigga. Hey, say, this nigga Quando Rondo outside right now. That's when Von comes out. He didn't come out with the plans on going inside of a party like 100 Tracks says, like Officer Francois said. No. He didn't hop out that van with the intention of going inside of a club and just ran across him. Nah. When he came out that motherfucking van, he came out that van looking for him. Because he was already notified that nigga was outside this parking lot. So whenever y'all told this nigga that Quando Rondo was out here, y'all knew y'all was going to get the reaction that y'all got. Y'all knew it was going to be a reaction. You knew going to get a reaction. You knew there was going to be a fight. You knew that. And being young niggas who not giving a fuck, y'all got money and some more shit, and not giving a fuck. Nigga, I want to see a fight. And I wish a nigga would because I want to fight. That's the time y'all was on. But shit just got real and drastic and shit went a different direction that y'all wasn't ready for at that moment, my nigga. King Von out there looking for the nigga, run across the nigga, then boom, hit the nigga, boom. Now they fighting this shit. Lil Tim grabbed that Toolie out his motherfucking shit and boom, boom, boom started. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, bro. Shot the nigga. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And at the same time, my nigga, it's going back to why do things happen at its proper moments? Why the fuck Lil Durk was listening to the song? I'm going to find the song that he was listening to. But Lil Durk was listening to a certain song on his IG Live. And that's when everybody was telling him, hey, say Von just got shot. Von just got shot. Is Von dead? Von just got shot. And that's how Lil Durk was notified that something happened to Von. Which again tells you how close was you and King Von really was. If you and your best friend is really best friends and y'all do everything together, whenever something happens to your best friend, my nigga, notifying you is gonna come to first nature, like notifying this person's mother. So when if I think of your mother, my nigga, I'm gonna think of you too. Oh, damn, we're gonna tell the mama, oh, fuck, what about Cynthia? Her best friend. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna be one of the first motherfuckers notified. Why was you notified by fans? And why did you have to go and look for the information to find out was it true or not? You the one who reached out to try to find out if it's true. Nobody ever reached out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you and Von is not all that close, so therefore you is not the first people that come to mind whenever some shit like this shit drastically happens. Niggas probably thinking about Asia Doll. Niggas probably thinking about his baby mamas. Niggas probably thinking about his sister or his mama. Niggas not thinking about Dirt. Niggas not thinking about, oh, let's notify Dirt first. Oh, damn, what the fuck? What about Dirt? You know what I'm saying? Niggas thinking about everybody else to break this news down to other than you, my nigga. And that tells you again, my nigga, I wasn't even all that close. If anything happens to my sister, my niggas gonna be, oh, fuck. It's fuck her fucking brother. You feel what I'm saying? Your dog go out there and get hit in the bro. Oh, fuck. What about his owner? You feel what I'm saying? The first reaction is to notify the closest person to you. Simple. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And again, ain't nobody notified Dirk. Dirk had to go out there and get the information himself. So a lot of people say Lil Tim, when he shot, he didn't shoot to kill. I beg to differ. I'm gonna tell y'all why. How many times have y'all went to a group fight and you knew a nigga who had a pistol on? But this nigga was never just so quick to just pull that bitch out and get the bucket. He was just never so quick to do that. I know buku niggas like that. Cause those type of niggas, I really don't want to hurt nobody in that form. Only got this with me for in case the shit get drastic. But because I really don't want to hurt nobody, my nigga, I ain't gonna be so quick to pull it out. Then you also got scary niggas. You know what I'm saying? Who find themselves in a situation, they just so quick to just pull it out. Okay? But according to Lil Tim resume, tells me when it came down to something simple as fighting, my nigga, he was not a stranger to. You know what I'm saying? So group fights, simple fights, regular fights, fights in general. When the crowd break out, my nigga, this is a sight that I see also frequently. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be moved in a certain way to where I feel like I have to shoot a motherfucker. I'm scared. Like nah. I don't believe it was one of them situations for Tim. I felt like Tim been having it on his mind and he wanted to use that motherfucker. And that night, whenever shit got drastic, soon as he saw the bitch, he jumped out the motherfucking car, pulled that bitch out, and got the bucket. Because Lil Tim did not have to get out the car. Lil Tim was in the car whenever that shit happened. So if he was really on some scary shit, my nigga, he could have stayed in the motherfucking car. Soon as he saw them niggas jumping on the corner, what? Oh, what? Boom, boom, boom. He wanted to. He wanted to shoot that motherfucker. And because you wanted to, you might not necessarily have the intent to kill, but because you were just so anxious and so quick to just use deadly force, my nigga, and how many times you shot that bitch tells me, my nigga, you shot that bitch purposely trying to, intentionally, to cause bodily harm towards somebody, which could easily result into death. And we all know this when you're fucking with guns. So I'm gonna say, my nigga, you shot the motherfucker purposely to kill him. But according to the state of Georgia's laws, my nigga, he is not in the wrong. According to the laws of Georgia, he was not in the wrong. If you is a part of a party that is being attacked, even though you was not the one that's being attacked, but you is a part of this party, and you is in fear of one of the members that's in this party life or some shit, like my partner getting his ass whooped, I was scared for him. You got the right to pull that bitch out and get the bucket. But because you was a felon, you do not have the right to have a gun to buck. So you're gonna beat the murder charge. But they gonna blame your ass with the goddamn pistol. And because you already got a record already, you already been convicted. And then you got a pistol on you. And in this case, something just so happened where a motherfucker end up dying, but we couldn't get you for the murder, so we're gonna get you for the pistol, my nigga. They gonna blame your ass with the pistol alone. And then you caught another motherfucking case and been on bond. Yeah, nigga, they finna blame your ass. Yeah, they finna blame your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 something, man. I ain't even know it was that damn late. But yeah, I'm finna go in and log up off this bitch, man. I'm finna go and lay it down, man. But